All right, it's time to have a serious discussion here. Um, Coach Prime, it's now time to let the dogs run. You got to let these dogs run, man. You got a certified team there, and you got to let the dogs go wild. You got to let the dogs run, leading the charge by Dallin Hayden. You got to let the dogs run. They're gonna get you to where y'all want to go. You let the dogs run, and then you can let 2 get to what he got to do. And then let J5 get busy. The X factor is Dallin Hayden in the running back room and J5. Those are the X factors. This is what's going to get you to the Big 12 title. This is I don't know if you guys realize what you had over there, but you guys got a certified team. And really the X factors of it is the running back room. That's going to lead you to the promised land. That is literally going to turn this thing around and lead you guys to the Big 12 title. I know a lot of people saying, oh, Max, you're tripping. They can't go to the Big 12 title. No, they can go to the Big 12 title, but they got to go ahead and start running. They got to, if Hayden is ready to go, you got to let him lead the way. And then once he lead the way, then 2 can go ahead and get busy and let J5 do the rest. Because you got some people over there that are literally ready to go. And this offense is being stagnated by the coaches. And I guess you guys didn't realize you had a running game. You guys got a certified running game. And the video doesn't lie. We saw what the offensive line did when Hayden took the ball in his hands. You guys gotta release the dogs, man, and gotta let them run. If not, the season is damn near about over. You gotta. I know, and it's early. It's too early. I know it's too early to say that, but it got to be a total philosophy change. You got to rely on the running game. You guys have a running game. You have it. You have a running game. You got to let the dogs run. You got to let them run, and then that'll open up for 2 to go ahead and pick this defense apart. There was no way you guys were supposed to lose that Nebraska game. Nebraska skated. They skated, but they skated. They skated in that game, and they know they skated, but they took the victory anyway. But you guys are too predictable. That is the problem. It's not the players. It's the predictability of the offense. All you got to do is let Hayden do his thing. You guys cannot keep him on the bench. You got to start him, and you got to commit to him, and you got to commit to the other running backs. This wasn't Charlie's fault. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, you shouldn't start Charlie's. No. You got to use them effectively. You got to use them effectively, and you guys are on your way to turning this thing around. You're on your way. But the coaches got to believe, though. It's the coaches that are in the way. Y'all got to believe. Everybody can see it. And here's the crazy part. This is why a lot of people making videos on it. Everybody know what the problem is. Everybody, and it's not the players. Everybody know what the problem is now. So now that we all know what the problem is, don't get in your feelings about it. Just go ahead and go back to old school football like y'all did at Jackson State. You got to go back to the roots now. You got to go back to the roots. And the roots is Jackson State. You got to go back to why y'all went undefeated at Jackson State. You guys had a well-balanced, well-oiled attack on offense. The defense is now corrected. Y'all ready now on defense. You made a few mistakes the last game, but that's easily corrected. You guys, the defensive coordinator, he's already proven himself now. He's all that. He's already proven himself. Now you got to let the offensive coordinator do his thing. You got to let him run the ball. This is not, you got to change the mentality where let's just keep it in 2's hands and he'll win the game. You can't do that. These teams have got y'all figured out. I've got you figured out. These teams got you figured out now. You don't run the ball. You got to run the ball. I know you feel like you can't run the ball. That's why the coaches are in the way, because you feel like you can't run it. Yes, you can. We saw it on video. We saw what Hayden did on video. And then we saw what Augustov did on video. He leaned in and got an extra 5 yards. He fell and got an extra 5 yards. We saw it. You guys got the dogs over there, but you got them on leashes. And I'm not convinced yet that you guys are going to go with the running game yet. I'm not convinced. But if you don't go with the running game, we're getting ready for an upset. The upset is somebody's going to make a lot. If they don't commit to this running game, somebody's getting ready to make a lot of money on CSU. They're getting ready to make a lot of money. There's a lot of money on the table here. And the only correction that has to be made is the running game. I saw Hayden when he was running, when he got hit, he went for an extra 8 yards after the hit. After he got hit, he went for an extra 8 yards on a play. Then it was another play. I said, damn, this dude is really that nasty. And he got hit again and went for an extra 6 yards off the hit. You guys got a well-oiled machine that the coaches are not seeing. I know you guys see it now. I know you do, because everybody is commenting on it. I know you guys see it now. You didn't even have to make any changes here. You didn't really have to make any major changes here to head on to the Big 12 title game. You guys have the potential now to head on to the Big 12 title game. You win some, you lose some, but it's all about the bounce back. It's all about the bounce back. You guys lost that game yourselves. That wasn't a game that Nebraska beat you. You beat yourselves on that one. The running backs collectively, they didn't get any touches. One person got 4 touches. One person got 5. I think you guys are expecting on the first touch for somebody to be Barry Sanders on the first touch. It don't work that way. You can even go back to when Barry Sanders was running. It took a while for him to get going. But once he got going, the rest, you couldn't stop him. You got to give him a chance. If you guys continue with the same running game, we're getting ready. We're on the verge of an upset. This is going to be an upset. And I'm not going to be surprised about it. CSU is on the verge of getting their get back. And that's what we're on the verge of if these coaches won't let it run. I know what the game plan is, though. The game plan is to just air it out. And you guys are saying to the offensive line, you got to give him 3 seconds. And then when he air it out, there's a lot of good things that can happen. That is true. That is true. But it'll make it a lot easier on the offensive line to have the running game. Because quite frankly, if you guys don't do it, then I recommend for Jordan Seaton to transfer. There's no reason for him to be there. There's no reason for somebody that talented to stay in that program. But if you guys change your philosophy, and there's no reason for Juju to come there either to get beat up. There's no way. If I was his dad, I'll be thinking, I'll say, well, let's see if they change their philosophy. I'll be watching hard now to see if you guys change your philosophy. If you guys don't change your philosophy on this running game, I don't recommend him to come get beat up. Because you guys are going to bring him there. He's going to start right away out the gate. And he's going to get his ass kicked. And this is just reality. You know, I like to stay in reality. I don't like to sugarcoat anything. I'm the type of friend, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You need somebody need this head coach to tell him he needs the truth time now, because he's losing it. He's losing it, and everybody, the world sees it. Everybody that knows football, they see what's going on. And you guys got a simple fix. Commit to the running game. And I guarantee you Hayden is going to have an All-American day. Do y'all want him to have an All-American day, or you just want 2 people to have an All-American day? The decision is on the coaches. You guys can't get through the Big 12 like this. You cannot. Your season, people think the schedule is easy. It's not. They don't have an easy schedule. They got one more game left before they head into Big 12 play. Once they head into Big 12 play, it's just it's a matter of time before this thing, the ship sinks. You're going to get embarrassed. You guys felt like you got embarrassed the last game. It's because you didn't have a running game. That was the only reason why y'all lost. 2 is a special quarterback. He's a special quarterback, but you have to give him time. Now he won't have any problems in the next level because the teams are not going to allow what y'all doing. He's gonna have a running back. He's gonna utilize that running back on the next level. So he's not gonna get pummeled how he's getting pummeled here. And I know the offensive line is like, what the hell is going on? I know Khalil Benson is trying to figure out what's going on because he never had this problem at his other school. I know these offensive linemen looking at each other like, what the hell did we walk into? This ain't right. Like, what did we walk into here? We should have stayed where we was at. You cannot win a game without a balanced attack. You just can't do it. You now against lesser competition, yes. That's why you guys won the last game. But here's the thing on that though. It was a competitive game because you guys still didn't have a running game. The only thing that team was missing was a few more dogs on the defense, and they would have got you. That would have been an upset. But luckily, J5 and company showed up. J5 and Travis showed up. If they hadn't showed up, y'all would have lost. But the easy fix is you gotta unleash the dogs now. You gotta let them out. You gotta let the dogs out the cage. You gotta let them run. And it's interesting to watch though, because it's a self-sabotaging going on. It's self-sabotaging, and it's interesting to see because it's a really good team. People think you guys are not a good team. You are. But the people that really analyze this game, they know what you guys are doing wrong and you won't fix it. And it's really simple to fix. They saying that they struggling with the running game. And then we look at the video, the film doesn't lie. That's why I'm glad that we could go back and watch the game. We saw what Hayden did. But unfortunately, it's out of his hands because he went back to the bench. And I know he's frustrated. And I know he's sitting there thinking, I should have went somewhere else. And I hope he just make it through the rest of the season so he can hit the portal. If they don't commit to the running game. I believe it's going to be a mass exodus after this season is over. It'll be a mass exodus, and then I don't know what's going to happen if he's going to stay the coach. I'm not sure. If they don't fix it, because if they lose this game against the student body, this game really matters. And everybody know it's like they won't run the ball. They have a running game. The offensive line blocked their hell off when Hayden went up the middle. And the coaches is like, no, we don't have a running game. So this is a real interesting. It's interesting to watch because it's like everybody like, damn, they won't run the ball. They like look, they got him on the bench as soon as he he made a few break runs, right? And I know Shedeur saw it. He had to see it because when he got hit and then he went for another 8 yards, Shedeur saw that. Why wouldn't he do it again? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like what? Like I don't know. That's crazy. Like you literally, it was too late at that point though when he was doing that. You guys wouldn't let him do it in the beginning of the game. In fact, the first 2 plays of the game were passes. The very first 2 plays. And I'm like, man, it's a coaching thing, man. The coaches really don't see it. So, I mean, you said he's starting to he's starting to lose the locker room along with other bonehead decisions. You said Charlie. It's not on Charlie, dude. I don't know why you say that. Charlie don't have nothing to do with this. It's not his fault. This is not Charlie's fault. I don't know why you would say that. And you know the crazy thing is they don't want to hear the truth, man. There's a guy that be in my chat He claims to be working with the team. He said he's on the training staff. And you know what he said? When I said the same thing that you just heard, you know what he said? I'm going to go back and tell them not to mess with you. He said that. He said that. He said that. And I'm like, okay, that's how they feel. Well, no, I don't know if that's how they feel because I'm not sure. He hasn't authenticated himself. We don't know if he worked for the team or not. I honestly don't think he does, but because I had to stop on that because an email was getting ready to be sent. I was getting ready to send an email, but then I stopped myself because I'm like, no. This guy that be in the chat, he has not authenticated himself. He has never came on video for us to see who he is. He's just somebody in the gallery talking. He's not affiliated with the team. He's not. He's not affiliated with the team. In fact, he went in another live chat last night and said something slick to the two guys that were live. So what the jury is out now. So I already made my judicial decision here. You're not affiliated with the team. You're just somebody sitting home telling us that you're affiliated with the team. You're not affiliated with the team. Because if you were, an email would have got sent. I would have sent one. But you're not affiliated with the team. There's no way you are. Talking like how you talking and what you, but if I find out though that really happened, yeah, I will send an email. But that didn't happen. Because I know I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't say anything wrong. Everybody knows that they have a running game. They do have it. And the offensive line can block that run. They can. But they're just not doing it. Because their philosophy is to throw first and air it out. And they know that they got powerful receivers, which they do. But the teams can easily prevent that. They're now they saw what Nebraska did. And most teams, they will refine what Nebraska did. They're going to refine it. They saw what Nebraska did, and also Nebraska is a monkey see, monkey do kind of league because they saw what UCLA did to you. So this went back to UCLA. They saw what UCLA did. So that's the blueprint right there. And you would think the coaches would be like, hey, you know what? We got to go with this running game so we can make sure to get his numbers. He's not going to get his numbers if they crafting all type of blitz plays for him. There's no way he's going to do it because the offensive line is not going to be able to withstand all of it. But the only thing I could say for the players, just get through the season. Don't say anything. Don't blast off at the coaches. Because it's still a respect thing. You still got to play politics. You just can't blast off like that. You know what I'm saying? Just get through the season, realize you made a mistake. The grass is not always green on the other side and move on. If that's how you feel. But I'm still giving this team a chance to run this ball. Because they know where they messed up at. But I'm gonna tell you something. Here's what happened. If they still don't run the ball and they're effective with still airing it out and win, they're going to do that for the rest of the season. And then once you get into Big 12 play, when you play the real big dogs, then you'll be neutralized. But you cannot be neutralized if you got a running game. There's no way they can stop Shedeur with these wide receivers. I don't see a team out there that could stop them. In fact, Jay Norvell said those receivers are faster than Texas. I believe it. I believe they're better than Texas receivers. But Texas has a running game, though. All the great schools you've seen Ole Miss beat that team 70-0. They had a running game. Even though they were beating them 70-0 and they could just air it out at will, they still utilized the running back. They still did. Even though they beat the team 70-0. 70-something to 0. Then you would have thought like, well, we could just air it out because they can't stop us, but they still ran the ball. That's fundamentally sound football. It's not being played here. And it's unfortunate because I'm like, damn, I realize, I'm like, I really see it now. And then you had a former Georgia quarterback break down Shedeur's plays. And a lot of people are using his video like, yeah, he really broke it down on really what's going on. But it could easily be a fix with the running back. You said Shedeur and Travis need O-line to act right. No, it's not the O-line. They under duress. They can't hold up like that the whole game the way they're playing without a running game. When you only had your running backs to one touch it 4 times and one touch it 5 times, there's no way they're going to keep holding up like that. No, I don't think no offensive line can hold up like that. So it's just because you got to see when they were at their other teams, they didn't have this problem. So it's obviously a scheme situation going on. You said the coach said they determine starters by how they answer questions. Yeah, like it'll be corrected when Hayden go to another school. That all be correct. The coaches see it. They know, they feel sorry for him. All the coaches see it. They're like, fuck, man. Like, just wait. He gotta wait till the end of the season now. He just can't lead the squad now. That'll be corrected when he go to another school. But this year's a loss for him if they don't run this ball. Because he's clearly the best one on the team. He's clearly is. And Augustov. Them two is hard right there. I even saw Isaiah lean in and get 5 yards. Lean in. That's how physical he is. He leaned in and gotten picked up extra yards as he was falling down. He was falling down and picked up extra yards. That actually means something. But they should have known, though. If I was a running back, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was a running back and my son wanted to transfer, I said, son, look what they did to the running backs last year. I don't think so. I don't think this is a spot we go to because look at all the running backs that left. Look at Hankerson. Hankerson should have stayed the way he's running. Dylan left. So why would you go there? You know, I would, not that I'm hating on the program, but you got to make a business decision. You got to go somewhere where they have a balanced attack. You can't go somewhere where they want to feature just one with 2 people. You can't do that. You can't go somewhere where they just want 2 people to get their stats. You can't do that because teams are going to easily figure you out and you guys are going nowhere. Just like the coaches said, the more people get drafted are the people that win. They're actually hurting their stars draft stock right now. They're hurting it. They're hurting it. The only person that is guaranteed is Travis. That's the only one that's guaranteed if he stay healthy. So that's the deal here. You have to win. You don't have to win all the games. You have to at least go to a bowl game. You know what I'm saying? At least. Because look at all these other teams blowing people out by 70 points, blowing them out by 60 points. You know, that matters actually. You know what I'm saying? And then you're struggling to even to have a balanced attack here. So that all that matters, man. It's just, this is real life. All that matters. So I'm pretty sure Coach Prime is going to fix this. He has to now. I'm pretty sure he's going to run this thing. He's going to run this thing now. It's going to be similar to Jackson State the next game. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure. And he's not calling the offense. I know some people say, well, is he calling plays? No, he's not calling plays on the offense. Some head coaches do. Some head coaches call plays. Some more so stick with the defense. Like Nick Saban, he'll call plays on the defense. Andy Reid, he's not doing any of that. It's almost like he's a manager, so to speak. He's a manager of the team. But he will be more effective if he has a say-so in his offense. That's when this thing will change around. When he put his foot down and say, listen, we need a balanced attack here, then it'll change. But it was all good the first game, right? Because they were able to win in the air. Effect, they were able to win. But people saw their vulnerabilities and they capitalized on it. So now that he knows that, he can easily make the change. He's like, look, I'm going to implement myself in this decision making in this offense, and I guarantee you it'll change. He did it at Jackson State. He used to be on the sidelines with the play card. You remember? He used to have it in his hand. And he used to always, you could tell he was dictating. You could tell he was. And they were undefeated. And I know that's the case because Bucky had an interview with recently, and he said he had a really serious sit down with his dad. And he told him, he was like, listen, if you don't like something, you just can't wait to get annoyed by it. You have to change it immediately. That's what he was talking about. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure of it because he's seeing this go on, and he's like, I'm giving him a chance now. But now he got to step on toes. He got to really go after it now. And I guarantee you, if he really go after it, they're gonna win out. They're gonna win out. They're definitely gonna win out because they got the balanced attack. And if they don't win out, they definitely will go to a bowl game. They're gonna win the games they're supposed to win. I guarantee you that. If you see him with that play card in his hand in the game and he's really calling the shots, they're getting ready to win. For sure they are. Well, they're going to win the games they're supposed to win. And they're not going to beat themselves, especially if he really take over this offense. Because he's done it before. He's definitely done it before. So when I hear people saying that he can't do it, he's done it already. It's just some of these people that are analyzing him now and making videos on it, they didn't watch him at Jackson State. They didn't. He's also have a history of being a defensive coordinator. They don't know that either. They don't know that either. And he also was when Shedeur was in high school, he had a lot to say about that offense. They don't know that either. And they don't know how he used to operate at Jackson State. And he used to have that play card in his hand. They don't know that either. They think he can't do it. He can actually. But I guess he feel like, look, I got bona fide offensive coordinators. I ain't supposed to do that. I can just sit here and manage. Nah, he actually got to be, he got to get his Andy Reid on now. Because if it's a situation where Shedeur is not listening to the offensive coordinator, that's when he comes in. He's like, no, we got to run it. We got to run this fucking ball. Okay? We got to run this ball because we're leaving money on the table. Do you want to be in the top 5 or do you want to go on day 2? So we need to run this damn ball. We need to run this ball now. We need to run this ball. So if he takes over, they're going to win the games they're supposed to win. Make no mistakes about it. Because when he's sitting on the sidelines, when he just like staring off, it looked like he's staring off into space. He literally could see every position and what they're doing wrong. Every position he knows. And then somebody said, well, I heard another analyst say, well, defensive backs. This was somebody had the nerve to say. Defensive backs don't make great coaches. Well, Nick Saban was a defensive back. The fuck they talking about? He was a defensive back. And then the person had the nerve to say, Andy Reid was a quarterback. The fuck? He was offensive lineman. Andy Reid played offensive line in college. So I know these guys don't know what they're talking about. They don't. Now you got some guys that are commenting on this space. They're getting a little bit too disrespectful. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm gonna be real with you hardcore fans right now. You need Coach Prime more than he need. The school needs Coach Prime more than he need them. Okay? I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just letting you guys know now. Despite the record, you guys could lose out for the rest of the season. I guarantee you, if Florida State needs a head coach, they're coming for him. I guarantee you. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? If Florida needs a coach, he's it. Make no mistakes about it. I'm just telling you this. And you might, and then I heard somebody say, well, if he can't win here, how the hell he would get job there? I heard what you said. I heard you. I heard you. Well, let me remind you of something. Despite the record, despite winning only 4 games, right? Despite losing to Nebraska, who affected your local economy there? Think about it. It don't matter if y'all win any more games. All the fucking games are going to be sold out. You hear what I'm saying to you? When I say that this is a coaching situation, I don't mean it from a hateful place. I don't mean no disrespect by it. Coach Prime know that. I don't have to tell him. He already know that. But Bucky told the story when he said, me and my dad had a conversation. He said, Dad, if you see something wrong, you can't wait. You have to say something immediately and change it. You can't wait to get annoyed by. He's annoyed by this. He's annoyed that they don't have a balanced attack. He's annoyed. He knows it. But he was given the opportunity to the coordinators. That's what happened. Okay? So when you say that, why would any other school go after him? I have to remind you, your local economy. This is more than just football, what he did. I don't give a damn if y'all win another game. Every single game is going to be sold out. Regardless. Y'all went 4 games last year and you guys are still featured on major network TV. Why do you think that's the case? It's because Bucky's camera and Coach Prime. That's the reason. Okay, so don't get above yourself now and say he got to do this and he got to do that. Don't do that. Because if he leaves, that's it. Everybody leaves. It's a mass exodus. And you back to 1-11. Okay? So I'm just letting you know. When I say that he can coach Florida, he can coach Florida. Most definitely. Because he won't have a care in the world getting all the dogs that he needs. You know how they say he needs you know how Shannon Sharpe said he need hogs up front? He would have the hogs up front. And he would start winning. I most definitely will tell you this. So I just wanted to say that to this content creator. Okay? He don't need to do anything. What I'm saying is, I'm speaking football. Okay? You're making it seem like he needs y'all. He don't. He do not. I'm just telling you, there's teams out there right now salivating, hoping they can get him out of there. Okay? You better hope that he stays, because Florida needs a coach. I'm just trying to tell you, University of Florida needs a coach. And where is he born? Fort Myers, Florida, correct? He's a Florida boy. That will be the biggest thing in college sports for him to get a coaching job in Florida. Make no mistakes about it. And they got the money to buy him out his contract. So I just need to be real with you and tell you. I just need to be real with you and tell you. Enjoy it now, because they gonna bring the Brinks truck out for him. Now, I know what you might say. Well, they ain't got a running game, this and that. He's struggling. Why would they do that? Why would they take a chance? He will have a running game in Florida. Most definitely he will, because he will have the hogs. Like Shannon Sharpe said. He will have every hog in Florida. Okay? So I'm just telling you. So I don't care I know he said he ain't going nowhere. I know people are thinking, well, Max, he said he ain't going nowhere. I'm trying to tell you, Florida will bring out the Brinks truck to make sure he changed his mind. They will bring out the Brinks truck. You know why? Because every team wants that. They hate it right now. Watch this. They hate it. Oh man, he getting all the clicks, clicks, clicks. Well, we want the clicks, clicks, clicks too, because our school want that money. Our school want that money, man. I think he should go home. Prime, you should go home, man. But I ain't gonna talk about that more. I'll leave that for the end of the season. Okay. Florida is struggling. Okay. They are struggling. He won't have no problems whatsoever getting all the 5 stars. I'm just telling you this. I'm just telling you. You know how he say he loved recruiting in Florida. Well, imagine if he had that job. Oh, he'd get all of them then. And you know what, the school, they want them clicks too. Yes, they do. They want them clicks. So hopefully Florida State have a good season, because could you imagine that? He back at Florida State? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. This channel will become Florida State Daily. I will change that name quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm just talking. Y'all know how I get. Listen, I will change the name quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm just telling you. Oh, that's right. I will change it quick, fast, in a hurry, man. Quick, fast. That it will change. And Warren Sapp, he already got a house in Florida. He'd just be home. I'm just telling you all that, man. So now we got that out of the way, because this is a situation where they need him more than he need them. Okay? So I'm just trying to tell you, because it's just trying to tell you, man. So now that we got that dirty laundry out the way, okay, so he don't need to do nothing. Okay? He already know what he need to do. He already know, because Bucky said it without saying it. Me and my dad had a meeting. We had a heart-to-heart, and I told him, I'm really a lot like my dad. You know what I'm saying? And he said, when he sees stuff, he don't act on it right away, but he need to act on it right away when he's displeased about something. He's displeased about that running game. He is displeased about that man ain't starting. Yes. Yes. See, I could say it. They ain't gonna say it. I read between the lines on what Bucky said. He know Augustov is all that in a bag of chips. He knows that. But he's letting his coaches do it. He's taking a Bobby Bowden approach. There's different levels. There's different methods to coaching. He can take it. He can get his Andy Reid on, which he's going to do. Watch. I guarantee you, he's going to get his Andy Reid. Remember in this video, he had a huddle with his coaches. Yeah, he getting ready to get his Andy Reid on. He getting ready to get his Andy Reid on. They might need it. They might need him to do that. And he'll lead the way. And remember, he paused when he said about big man not starting. He paused. He said, you'll see him soon. Because he want him to start. I'm telling you. Now you might say, well, he the head coach, Max. He letting them do their thing, man. He letting the coaches do their thing. And they're letting him down. So now he can fix it. It's early enough for him to fix it. He's not going to say that, but I'm going to say it. He's not going to say that, because that means he'll throw his coaches under the bus. He can't do that. He's got to be, he's the head of the squad. He got to be professional. But yes, sometimes they need a little direction, and he will do it, because he did at Jackson State. So this is not something out of the ordinary, like he can't do it. So like some of you think he can't do. Some of you think he can't do it. What I want to say to you is go back to Jackson State. He did it. Go back. Just go look at the last season he was at Jackson State and see what he has in his hand. He has the plays in his hand. And he's looking down at it, and he's talking on his microphone, dictating. So yeah, go back and look at it. He felt like he didn't have to do it here, but yeah, you got to do it here, coach. I'm sorry, you got to take over, coach. You got to go to your running back coach and be like this. This is who it's going to be. And he already did it. He already did it. See, he's a good dude, man. He don't want to step on their toes, but he did though. He did. And Bucky camera caught it when he was at halftime. Since you think I'm lying, go back and watch. He said, Coach, he said, put all the receivers in. Did he not say that? See, some people going, you know what somebody said? No, Max, he didn't say that. That's what somebody told me. Like, yo, you need to stop lying when you on here. I just have a good memory. When at halftime, he told the coach to put the rest of the receivers in. And then somebody told me, man, you need to stop spreading rumors like that. He didn't say put all the receivers in. Yes, he did. You just don't remember it. So that's him trying to say, yo, we need to get these other receivers involved. What are you doing? Where is Omarion? What are you doing? There you go. That's what he's doing. So this game, you're gonna see him talking a lot this game. He gonna be talking a lot this game. He gonna be like, we gonna run this effing ball. Watch, you'll see. That's how I know they can still get to the Big 12 title game. He just gotta get his Andy Reid on now. Yep. He just gotta get his Andy Reid on, man. And that's it. Because some people are saying, well, he's not a good coach. Oh shit. Hold on now. Hold on. You're out of pocket. Hold on. You didn't see him at Jackson State like we saw him. You didn't see it. So you need to go back and watch a few games at Jackson State and see. I don't have a play card. He's like this. And he's looking down at it. So what do you think he's looking at? He's looking at the offensive plays, man. That's what he's doing. He's like this. And then sometime he'll tuck it right here. He'll tuck it. He'll have it tucked. And then when he come out and he run, he'll have it in his hand. But it was in his hand. It's not in his hand now. If you notice, he don't have that in his hand. You might see it this week. He might be like this. I guarantee you. Okay. All right. We need to get them guessing. Guarantee it. You act like he can't do it. So I just had to get that straight. And then for somebody was like, I'm not trying to call people out. I'm an elder statesman here. Son, you gotta slow your roll. When you say, well, I'll just make some videos and say why this person shouldn't do this, you're getting out of pocket. Slow your roll, son. Slow your roll. I'm telling you to slow your roll. Slow your roll. Okay, slow your roll now. You don't know football like he knows it. I heard somebody say this shit, man. Let's hold on, man. I heard somebody say that. I heard somebody say even football players don't know football like I do. The fuck? I know football, sir. I know football. I know football. If I want to sit here and start analyzing, I'll do it. Okay? I'll do it. It's just that certain people, they talk about football a certain way. And everybody is welcome. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you better than Prime, man, because you're not. I'm just telling you this. You know what I'm saying? People got to slow their roll here now. They got to slow their roll. This man got a gold jacket, yo, for a reason. He know what the fuck he's doing. But he was giving them leeway. That's why I say it's a coaching situation. His coaches. Now, you remember when he said, well, what about Tyler Johnson? He paused when he said he didn't want to throw his coach under the bus. He know Tyler's supposed to be out there. But he trying to give his coach a chance, man. He don't want to throw his coach under the bus. So now we got that all out of the way. I had to get the dirty laundry out of the way because some people getting too big for the motherfucking britches. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit up here and think you know more than he does. You don't. That's like me telling a fucking rocket scientist what the fuck to do. How dare I? I can't do that. I can't know. I don't know more than he knows. He sees the game a different way because he played it at the highest level. You see what I'm saying? But if you see, I bet you in behind closed doors, if you one of his friends, he was like, yeah, these coaches fucking up, man. I got to step in. I guarantee you, man. So he'll have the running game. I'm pretty sure of it, folks. I'm pretty sure. If not, then I guess they got to air it out and hope for the best. But there'll be a program that will be barking down his door at the end of the season. So I'm telling you, Florida needs a coach. I'm telling you they do. Florida needs a coach. They looking at him. I'm pretty sure, like, oh, Lord, he ain't going to get the Florida job. Bullshit. Watch, you'll see. But maybe he'll stay, maybe he won't. But he ain't going to have no problems getting what he want at Florida. I'm just telling you. Yeah, he got to put himself in it, DJH, which he probably is going to do. And then that'll be it. Then they'll win the games they're supposed to win. You know what I'm saying? Which will get them well over the mark for a bowl game eligibility. They'll be well over that. I said the absolute lowest is 8 games. The ceiling is 10. So they're still on track. They're still on track to have shit. If they win 10 games, that might be the Big 12 title. They could probably still be eligible for that because the reason why I say that this season is kind of weird. There's a lot of teams get knocked off early. So there's a lot of teams getting, so we'll see how the season develops because some of those teams that are really big in the Big 12, they could start losing. That's why I say 8 to 10 games could still get them a title game. If they win that title, if they go to the title game, they're winning it. And now they're in the playoffs. Just that easy. So it was just that he has to get his Andy Reid on, pretty much. And really just like, okay, now I'm micromanaging. You know, yeah, if he micromanaged, yeah, they definitely going far. I'm pretty sure of it. I heard what the person said. I've just really not acknowledged. You said that the gold jacket on. Yeah, it does. It does. And I'm not tripping. If you think I'm tripping, then you think I'm tripping. But yeah, I don't think I'm tripping on this one. You know why I'm not tripping? Because he has a history. You just got to go back to Jackson State, sir. I'm not tripping. So that's the deal. Shit, I'll do whatever it takes. I'm like, look, let me see your script for this game. Okay, we need to change this, and this. I need more run plays. Okay. I need more run plays. Boom, 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 boom. I need this. Okay, this is not doing. We need this. We need to do this. And they're gonna win. But this game, no, they'll probably win by a few touchdowns for this game. This is not a game to be worried about. Like some of the people think, oh, this is a must win. Nah, they can go win this game for sure. Because they know they beat themselves on the last one. He knows that. They're gonna beat the hell out of this team. I'm just telling you that. This ain't nothing to worry about. This game here, nah, yo. This is where he gonna see him step in and get it right. And get all his coaches on one accord. I guarantee you, he had a talk to his coaches. Like, yo, listen, man, what are y'all doing? I remember Bobby Bowden. He might have this philosophy because he played under Bobby Bowden. Bobby Bowden philosophy was the coaches are here to please me. You go research it. Bobby Bowden said that. the great late Bobby Bowden. He said the coaches, he didn't have to call plays. Okay. He didn't have to call plays on offense. He didn't have to call plays on defense. He was a manager and they had to please him. Now, he may have had that. He may have taken that philosophy from Bobby Bowden, but at any time he will activate and get his Andy Reid on. I promise you that. He did at Jackson State. So I'm just letting you know. For cast off clothing, is that your thing? Cast off clothing? What kind of clothing you do? But yeah, you're right. He did it at Jackson State. You said y'all stop the delusional. Jay, you said y'all stop the delusional. You know what you need to say is, let me rewrite it for you. You say y'all stop the delusional. You just simply say, you guys stop being delusional. Or all of you Prime fans are delusional or something. You said I'm hoping and wishing. I'm not hoping. There's a history of it. You just don't remember Jackson State Prime. You said Shiloh or Woods at running back. What? You said they Buccaneers had that Rhino package, Lorenzo Neal and Mike Allstott. Oh, damn. You remember back then we used to say Mike Allstott. Okay. Lorenzo Neal and Mike Allstott. Mike Allstott, yeah, he was the man. You said, man, stop it. This is mediocre at best. You keep wishing for one shining moment when you reach for the stars. One shining moment. I wish I could sing. He said, I'm wishing for one shining moment. All right, well, I'm skipping on to somebody else. I'm skipping on to somebody else now, JD Davis. I'm not reading your comments no more. I'm sorry. What's up, Jen J? Look, Miss VS, you said you fainted. They be getting on me, man. You said I have a good shot, a singing voice. No, I don't. I never had voice lessons. You got to have voice. Some people are natural at it, and some people have voice lessons. I can't get my, what's his name? Miss VS, what was the singer that just passed away? Frankie Beverly, right? Man, I went to see Frankie Beverly live here in Richmond, Virginia, right? This was about 10 years ago. He was at Virginia Union University, and he used to come to Virginia Union University every year. But this year I had caught him. Man, that was a good show, man. You talking about a natural singer? Man, Frankie Beverly, man. I had a good time. And guess what? It was young people there. Because you would think it'd be a bunch of old heads there, right? No, it was a bunch of young people there. Just everybody was just having a good time. And he used to come there every year. And then when he got sicker, he stopped coming in the summer. And then also here, the Bob Marley's original band comes here every year, the Wailers. But I was looking forward to that Frankie Beverly concert. But natural singer, man. Thanks, CC. But yeah, natural singer, man. I really enjoyed. Speaking of natural singer, I really enjoyed that concert. And then people outside of the like when you go past the university, when you're on the street, the sound system is so good you could still hear it. So then people were parking their cars all on the side of the road, just sitting on their cars enjoying the music while he's on stage. And also when Erykah Badu was here, people were doing the same thing. Well, she went down to where this area called Browns Island. And first of all, she showed up late. Erykah Badu showed up late, right? And she was like, I don't know what y'all complaining for because I'm about to do my thing. She like told us off for like 10 minutes. And then she went into her song. You said Vince Lombardi Power Suite was his favorite run play, run the ball. We about to see it again. I'm telling you, 5%. He not gonna go out like this. They definitely gonna run it. That's why he ain't worried about nothing. He's not worried. He just knew what he had to do. He's all right. Now I got to activate Jackson State Prime. You said all the divas be late as fuck. Yeah, she was late, man. Nas opened up for her. It was her and Nas show. Nas had already finished. And then he was like, all right, I'm introducing the queen. Because he did more songs because I guess he thought like she was gonna like come and he kept doing his stuff. And then he was like, all right, we gonna enjoy the queen now. She still wasn't there. She showed up a half hour later. You see, gonna go back to last year's game, CU versus CSU. Yeah, that was a good game. You said, Max, I partied at Virginia Union. I went to Virginia State. Oh, you came on down from Petersburg. It's a shame what they doing in Petersburg, man. They thinking about bringing a casino there, but they keep talking about it. I think it'll do a lot for the area. You said Scatterboo from Arizona State had 33 carries last week. Yeah, he did. He had the most carries, and then Alton and them had the rest. Alton McCaskill and them had the rest. But yeah, Scatterboo, he had a lot of carries. I ain't reading what you saying, JD Davis. You done? You said that's what happened. I'm done with you, man. You committed to the hate game. That's what you committed to right now. I rebuke all the hate. I rebuke it. So I'm rebuking you right now. I'm putting you in God's hands. You said, oh, Liberty recruited you in high school? Yeah, Lynchburg. That's in Lynchburg. And you know the what's his name? Farwell is buried on campus. Do you know that? Did you actually go to the campus? He's buried right on campus, dog, where everybody can see it. I was like, oh, that's kind of creepy. It's just the way they have it. It's just the way they have it. I don't know. But I see why you didn't go to Liberty. Who played at Liberty for a little bit? Steph Curry brother, before he went to Duke. Before he transferred to Duke, he played 2 years at Liberty. You said, Max, all them fine women at Virginia Union and Virginia State. Yeah, it was some fine women out there in that concert that night. I had my ex with me. Man, we had a good time. We had a good time out there at that concert. And they, I used to go to some of the when they had the tournament games. Yeah, his younger son is the president now, Falwell. Yeah, Falwell that founded the university. He's buried on campus. Yeah, his son took over. Yeah, he pretty much will, JJ Stallworth, because when Bucky was he was on what's his name, Mac McChesney show, and he said it. He said, I had a talk with my dad about things. And he said I could have real conversations with him, and he was listening. And he was like, Dad, man, you can't just wait to see something. You just can't. If you see something that's not right, you can't wait to get annoyed by it. You have to change it immediately. And he said his dad just shook his head like, I feel you. He don't want to step on their toes, man. He's a good dude. He don't want to do that, but he has to. Or maybe they want him to. You know what I'm saying? They need his direction. But that's not his vision to get to beat themselves against them. That wasn't his vision. I just know it wasn't. Even in a game one time, he said run the ball. It was one of Bucky videos last year. He kept saying, "What are y'all doing? Run the ball." But now he just got to just really just take over, and he'll be good after that once he take over. Once he take over, he'll be good, man. Because I was trying to figure out like what is really going on here. Because it's not because he knows football, man. It's just that he trusts the play calling. And then I guess, so I mean, I guess you know what I think the coordinator should be in the booth. He should be up top. He was up top last year. Remember? In that last game, he did pretty good. Go up top, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, this guy just went on a rant on Prime, yo. I didn't appreciate that. He talking about he better do this and this is a must-win game and or else. What you mean? Y'all need him more than he needs y'all. Don't get it twisted now. Okay? Don't get it twisted. See, I'm one of those supporters that I go wherever he go. So he go to Florida. Believe this will be Florida Nations Daily. No, it'll be Swamp Nations Daily. I promise you that. It'll be Swamp Nations Daily. I'll change it immediately. Swamp Nation Daily. Prime, we in Florida. And I'll go to them games. Florida, because they ain't too far from me. That's just a quick plane ride. Swamp Nation Daily, man. You said Sherman could have been rattled. He needs to be in a box. Yeah, that could be it. He's a box guy up top. Because I could see it on his face. He was in distress. Like you could see it in his face. Trust me, I know Prime be watching. He needs somebody to be real, yo. Like, yo, we need the Andy Reid Prime. You know what I'm saying? Just really calling the shots. Like, nah, we ain't got enough running plays. Y'all better put some running plays together. And you see, Matt Rule gave him his props when they were hugging each other. Did you hear what he said? He was giving him his props. He watched him as a kid. You see what I'm saying? So he watched him as a kid. He know Prime. He grew up watching him. Yeah, he need to be in the box, Jen J. He need to be in the box. But Prime will get his Andy Reid on this time. I promise you he will. Because we saw that Jackson State when he had the play card in his hand. Yep, he used to have it in his hand. He'd be looking at it, and then they weren't predict. They went on and did their thing. Yeah, I heard what Shiloh said in the corner. So he just being Shiloh, man. Shiloh is Shiloh. Excuse, I keep messing his name up. Shiloh is that's that old school stuff, man. People talk trash. The other people were talking back to him like, okay. You think so? They were talking back to him. We call it sharing pleasantries. That's all that is. That's football. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, go back to the box. Prime got the play card, or they could dictate it. This is what they could do, right? He can call the plays to one of the quarterbacks that's not playing. I say that what's his name need to have the earphones on. Ponder. Ponder need to put a headset on and dictate the plays, or Shermer could dictate the plays to Shedeur in his headset. Or if it's a loud situation, they can do sign language. But they don't even have to do sign language. He can talk to Shedeur from the box. And then Shedeur can, because I know Shedeur was waiting for the plays. You know how people say, oh, he changed the play. Well, how come he had his hand over? He was listening for the plays. When he had his hand over there, because it was hard to hear, he was listening for the plays, and then he called the play. Nah, man, he's not dictating the plays. I don't know why people saying about Shedeur. He ain't do that at Jackson State. He's not doing that, man. He's not doing that. Shallow will be back after the bye week. I promise you. He'll probably be back playing after the bye week. Because I heard with that type of injury, because he got a rod in there and screws, they can put a special cast on him where he could play. It's crazy. Sports medicine is not like it was back in the day. He can literally play like that. You said he wants Shedeur to pass the ball 85%. Well, see, Willie Little, that doesn't make sense because he didn't do that at Jackson State. You got to go back to his history. They don't have a history of doing that because Savion ran for 1,000. No, that's not that. Maybe, I mean, his coaches might be saying, look, we can't run the ball, coach. You know what I'm saying? It's his coaches, man. That's what it is. And it's not his D-line coaches. They got it right. His D-line got it right. Now, I go back to what B.J. Green said. The sacks come in waves. He's right about that. And he said that, I like when he said it. He said he feel like the dam about to break pretty soon. I love when he said that. Did y'all hear when he said that? He said, oh, yeah, the dam about to break pretty soon. Because him and Dayon Hayes, they are sack masters. He got sack masters on his team. I do believe the dam is about to break. They getting ready to get it together. Watch. Remember I said it. I believe they're going to get to the quarterback this game. This game right here, they're getting to the quarterback. The dam about to break. I love when he said that. And we don't have to worry about the cornerbacks in this game. We don't. They're on an island on their own. McKinney is on McKinney Island. He's on an island. So we ain't got to worry about him. And we don't got, believe it or not, we ain't got to worry about the safeties. Silman Craig is good. And number 23 is good. Stoutmeyer. We ain't got to worry about the safeties. Stoutmeyer had a pretty good game last game. Yeah, McKinney Island. He created McKinney's Island. Because you didn't really hear about him during the game, did you? Because he was sitting there locking up that wide receiver. He was locking him up. And Silman Craig is focused. You're not getting nothing past him. And I like how Bentley is playing. So the defense is good. It's just that dam about to break. I like when he said that. It almost broke because a couple times they almost got to the quarterback. They gonna get to him. They hit him though. They put him on his wallet. They gonna get him this time. This game here, they going after the quarterback. They definitely gonna get him. They just gotta watch him though, because he's a little bit mobile. So they gotta watch him. And if he got space, he'll try to run. But that's not gonna happen because Bentley is I believe they say he got a turf toe situation, but I think Coach Prime said he rested him. So, because they already know what he could do in the game anyway, so he don't really got practice. But he ain't getting past Bentley this year. That's not happening. So the defense is good. You said Texas is ready for prime time. Oh, you said Sylvie Texas, that wide receiver. He's ready for prime time. I don't think nobody more frustrated than Prime. He just can't say too much. But I bet you he fixed it this week. I bet you he did. 7:30 DJH. It's the same time as last week. Yep, back in prime time, 7:30 on national TV. 7:30 is game time. Prime time. And this is the first time they play. This is the first time since 1994 that they're playing at that stadium. You said, I hope they play Omarion Miller. Look for him to get some touches. If Prime got something to do with it, he'll get some touches. I'm pretty sure. Because he said it during halftime. I couldn't believe he said it like that. He said, I want the rest of these receivers to play. Or something he said. He said something to that, if I'm paraphrasing. He said, I want the rest of the receivers to play now. Play all of them. Yeah, Marion Miller, he can't be sitting the sideline too long. He'll be all right. Yep, another night game. Yep, yeah, that's what he said. Play everybody. What did the CSU player said? God is good. What did they say? I hope they didn't say nothing too reckless because they getting ready to awaken a sleeping giant. I said in this title he gotta let the dogs run. If he let them dogs run, they in a world of trouble. They not gonna win this game. Not none. Yeah, Jay Field play all the receivers. Now, what did the CSU player say? You said, let's see how far Instagram likes get you. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. It's oh Lord. And he already don't like what coach said. He said, oh, they the same team as last year. Well, okay. Well, the team last year beat y'all. If they the same team from last year, y'all got problems. You said we all know that Prime represents the melanin, whether we like it or not. Well, he gonna be representing ass kicking on this team this week. Oh, that's who you talking about, Draylon Miller. Okay. Okay, that's who you talking about. Okay. He getting ready to unleash him. I'm telling you, he gonna like, look, we gonna have this running. If y'all hear me, we gonna have a balanced attack. We gonna run this ball, and two is gonna do his thing. That's right. And I guarantee he gonna have time to do it. And J5, he gonna damn near run one back. He gonna do the same thing he did last week. You said when Coach Prime was talking to the coach, Coach Shermer was in the back looking all uncomfortable. Go, yes, he know it's unbalanced. He probably knew that this scheme was unbalanced, and that'll be fixed. It'll be fixed this week because he didn't do it the first game. But when he's standing around, when he talking, like, look, y'all got to run something else here. Watch, I'm telling you, this ain't nothing to worry about. This game ain't nothing to worry about. This is practice. This game, I'm just not respecting CSU. I'm not. Even with all the problems they have without a running game, they could still beat them. Just like that. They don't have Kamara this year. They lost him to graduation in the NFL. He was one of their bright spots on the defense. Um, they still have what's his name back that hurt Travis. He's pretty good. He's a safety. So yeah, he's back. And they got a few others. They got Horton. They got a few dogs on that team. I'm not gonna lie. They do. But Horton, he's nursing a groin injury. But I think he might play. Especially a game like this, he want to be out there. He said it's a revenge game for Travis. Oh yeah, look for him to eat. So yeah, this ain't no issue for them. They ain't worried about this. I know they not. Shiloh got to sit the sidelines on this one. He got to sit the sidelines. I know he don't, but he got to sit the sidelines. And Lord, man, he gonna have a cast on. That's a weapon. Oh my God. Now he got a weapon now. He got a bionic arm and it's a weapon. So it's gonna be damn. Don't use it, Shiloh. Just wrap up. Don't hurt nobody. Wait till he come back. It's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be like old school. That's how I used to play with Cass. So yep, I'm having another live game party. I'm sure am. Yep. This time I'm muting the commercials. They got me last week. I didn't mute the music. They shut me down. They sure did. They shut me all the way down. I know people are saying this is a must-win game. All the games is must-win. It's not just this game. Yeah, I was in mid-sentence, man. You two don't play that. Yeah, Trevor playing, he got to sit out for a minute, and then he'll be activated. You know how the rule is when you get kicked out. You got to sit out for a little bit, and then he'll be activated. Yeah, they shut me down in mid-sentence. Yep, you two don't play, man. They said, you ain't muting the music. Gone. And I was still talking, DJH. I was talking for a good 5 minutes, and then I saw eggshells. I said, oh, they shut me down. That's all right. I'm going to have that fixed this week. Like they're going to have their offense fixed. I'm telling you, it's going to be fixed. That's cool. Nebraska, they feeling themselves. That's cool. But they know they won by the skin of their teeth. Quarterback didn't do nothing. You said they shut every game down. It's a way to do it. I just have to mute the commercials because I've been watching the games all last season. I just got to mute the commercials or talk over it. I didn't do that. I let the commercials play. I mean, they're gonna ding you anyway, but not stop the whole thing. You said Flea basically said Charlie is still RB1. I mean, listen, he can still run. I'm not saying he can't run, but they just got to use him a different way. They got to use him a different way. You know? See, that's what I'm saying. So if I'm the head coach, I'm like, well, wait a minute, sir. Well, we putting Ohio State in. That's what we doing. Didn't you see what he did the last game? Okay, so we putting Ohio State in. Well, I think he's hurt though for this game, though. I don't think he's playing, but if he was playing, I'm like, look, we got to give Ohio State most of the touches. All right, Dallin Hayden. You said play DMX over the games, and I really get shut down. They'll shut me down if I play DMX. I mean, he is a scholarship player, so Oh, you like Hood too? Yeah. Maybe he'll get in it a little bit. I don't know. But I guarantee you they have running game though. I'm pretty sure of it. So they could shut these people up. Shut me up too, man. Because I'm like, man, what's up with this running game, man? What y'all doing? Y'all got Prime on the sidelines looking like, what the hell's going on, man? Even he was looking like that. You said he's out. Augustov will be the key running back. Okay, well, we going with him then. You said bottom line is they're going to do what they want. I just can't put my money on CU at this time. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, JJ Stallworth, if they run a ball. We'll see. You said put Augustov in. You said Hood should get a few touches. You said when Coach Prime took his headgear off, I knew he knew it was the coaches. Yeah, he took his headgear off, yo. He went over to the offensive line and said a few things. But yeah, that headgear was off. You think Welch will get some touches? Hopefully, we'll see. But they gotta let the dogs run. Let the dogs run, coach. He probably like, I already know that. The fuck? If he hears it, like, I already know that, man. I already know I gotta let the dogs run. I already know. My son getting hit too much. That'll keep it from where Shedeur is not gonna get hit. Telling you. Then he won't get hit, then a lot of good things happen. Well, what happened was JJ, the plan was working, right? The first game, the plan was working until somebody exposed it. That's why. If they had did if they had won how they won against the first game, that their weaknesses wouldn't have been exploited until probably when they got in Big 12 play. You said the plan was working. LOL. North Dakota State almost won. Well, they still were able to win though, even though North Dakota State. So let's go back to what's working, and then this team exposed it. Yeah, last season was a problem. I know. What's up, Thomas? Long time. Well, Thomas, you was on the game last week. Remember when they shut me down, Thomas? They shut me down. Thomas, man, we need the running game, right? Let's see what Thomas say. As a matter of fact, let me put the invite up. Now the former quarterback from Georgia that was breaking down Shedeur's play, he said, unfortunately, the offensive line is worse than last year's. I don't agree with him on that. I agree that it has to be a scheme change. Because he said the protection was horrendous. So I don't agree on that. I just believe that he can do better with a balanced attack. Hey, what's going on, Thomas?
What's up, man? My phone wasn't done. Yeah, let's get real quick to talk. You definitely need a run game. You see working right back now. So my phone, I've been on my phone all day. Phone about to die, man. But yeah, man, like you definitely need a run game. Peace to Buck Nation. What's up, everybody? Up, see you, everybody here. What's going on, man? Long time no holler.
Right,
But yeah,
right.
man.
Peace to you. Peace to you.
And they must have forgot last year. Well, I won't say they forgot, but that's how we beat Nebraska last year. We ran the ball. That's a little bit. I think they had like 70 yards, but we still ran, and we ended up. He turns TV down. We ended up was able to working on opening up the passing game last year by them few runs Hankerson took on. Hank, I think, had like 50 yards against Nebraska last year. But this year, I think we're gonna get to running it this week. We're gonna get to running the ball this week for sure. Because them little spurts, some little run plays they threw in there,
Right.
it was successful. I mean, even before it was kind of cool, you know what I mean? But like they just went away from it. But if they start off, if they mission can be to live within 2nd and 8 and 2nd and 2, that's like butter for Shedeur. Because then he got more options. You can't just load up the outsides. You know what I mean? But
Right.
like the personnel they got, they could fill the box and beat them on the outside 1-on-1 because that's what they want on the outside 1-on-1. So it'd be more in their favor to fill the box, go 1-on-1 to the outside in a run formation by running the ball and keeping that formation honest because even if it's a field, the defense got to honor and respect the offense. So just line it up like that is going to give us the 1-on-1s we need. It's
Right.
so much that could open up from just running a run formation. Like coming out and fit like 500 series, I get it, man. It's a pro look. Everybody want to run 500. But we need more linemen down there. And that'll just keep the game honest for Shedeur. And then they'll be able to, like, at least get into a rhythm. Because living living the first half, negative yards rushing, that can't happen. Living within 1st and 15, 1st and 12, 1st and 3, 2nd and 13, 2nd and 12. That's not how we can get. It's just not strategic. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
it's playing to everybody's hand. But I think they're gonna come out running this week, man. I mean, like if they get the first down, 2-yard runs. Their first two plays should be runs off top. It should never be just Max. I mean, come on, man. We know what's going on. They
Let
definitely
me
gonna have to run
let
this
me
week.
ask you this. So you had touched on with Hayden those running game that running plays were working. So do you believe that they have a running game?
They got a running game.
Yeah, I
They
believe so.
got a running game, and like you can see some of the stuff happening again. Like it's this timing. Sometimes
Yeah.
practice, you practicing so long, you don't really know what game speed look like until you actually get into a game.
Right.
So that second week is always it's like a tune up for practice. Really, it's not really a the game is the first two games are like to really help you practice better, because once you actually get that little experience of the game speed, you take that into practice, you practice pick up. So they running gonna get a whole lot better. Last year, it was more of us just getting pushed back in the backfield. This year, it's just like timing. You could tell, like if you go back and look at those few runs, they were just timing. This is the timing of it. A foot behind the block, a foot ahead of the block. Is this those little inches to mess up the run game? You gotta have timing in the run game. You know what I mean? It's all about timing. So they'll get it. I'm confident in them. I still say, like I said, 10-2, 11-1. I still
Right.
say they go something like that because I've been telling people everybody was all Big 12 Big 12 don't have no defense. They're garbo. They're garbage.
You don't think the Big 12 they'll have a problem with Big 12 play without the how about would they have a problem with Big 12 play without the run game?
Of course,
Yeah, that's
you're
what I
gonna
said.
have problems. Yeah, go ahead.
But can they run against the Big 12? Yes. Yes, they
Yeah, they
can.
can run. They got run. They can run. They just gotta understand that they need to run more, and they
Mhm.
don't just come out so expect it. Like it's so much you could do, and like even those 4th and 1s, like those 3rd and 1s, we should never lose those. That's why I thought that's what we got Walt Taylor. Like I heard, my shout out to Greg said it. He was talking about it too. Like we got personnel. He Pitt, Walter Taylor in there for those 1 yard rush. You get those quarterback sneaks. Why is Shedeur sneaking it? you know,
Yeah,
like if we just put a little think into this, it sky's the limit, man. It's just
or put Ponder in.
ponder any of one of those quarterbacks that's known for scrambling. Then you could get the boot. Then you could do some kind of wildcat. You could do all kind of stuff with those 3rd and 1s with those other quarterbacks. You know,
Did
or
they do any jet sweeps yet?
a jet. They ran a jet motion, but they ain't ran
Oh,
a sweep.
with Travis, right?
You ready? They did run a
Yeah,
jet with Travis,
they
but
did.
like that's like, well, don't use Travis for that. You're gonna mess around and get Travis hurt. You know what I mean? Put Travis on them deep balls, maybe some 12-yard square ends or whatever. You know, like how he's running them stick plays
I
last
would
week.
say use J5 because he got the speed.
I use J5. I use Wester. You can use a
Wester,
bunch of. You can use Timmons. You can
Timmons.
use a bunch. We got a bunch of fast receivers. Amarion. I don't know why they're not using. Oh, like it's so much. I guess they
They're
just
not even. They're not even.
building up.
They're not even using Mathis.
Right, Mathis ain't getting out there yet. He didn't even
So
suit up the first game. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know if
So
he was hurt. I'm not sure. Like, because he was. I don't think I saw him on special teams that first game.
right, yeah, he was.
So maybe he was hurt or something. But he runs routes. So all those little short routes and stuff, he mastered that. They can easily have him out there.
right.
So I don't know, man.
It's
What you
last
let
week.
me ask you this. What about because you know how Prime coaching style is. It's more like Bobby Bowden. Now we did see him at Jackson State with that play card in his hand. So he was very instrumental in that attack at Jackson State. Maybe he have to go back to that. What do you think?
Well, I think Phil and Pat and Shedeur, they're gonna come up with just a more, I think, cohesive way of calling the plays for the offense. Because it's really them three. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think Prime need to put his head in that. I think he's gonna
Okay.
stay more in the defense, keep the defense super tight. Defense is gonna be tight this week. Like I said, it's a lot of good things the teams are doing. Like if you ask me, I kind of expected something like this. Not to lose to Nebraska though. I didn't think we was gonna lose to Nebraska because I figured if they would have just ran the ball a little bit and gave it like an honest look, they had a really good chance of beating Nebraska. You
Mhm.
know, but I guess they wanted to, do whatever they want to do. But again,
Right.
they see where they could play complementary football, and they got the pieces that could actually help them do that. So it's just them using the stuff right and just being a team. You know what I mean? Just,
Right.
but again, that's what it's like. What do you expect? The first two games, these guys, for the chemistry they got so far, I'm happy with it because it's early in the season, and next week they're gonna be much tighter. Going to the conference, they're gonna be way better. Timing gonna be quicker. Defense is moving at the par, so the offense got to pick up. So everything gonna get better, yo. It's just actually just doing the right thing at the right time. It's timing
Right.
now. It's timing. It's like it's more. People want to say this is more of a less of a football team. I say it's more of a real football team because now it's simple things like that. Keep the energy in the game, being focused, um, executing the game plan, stuff like that. That's what regular football teams need to check when they going through their week of progress. Not people running the wrong plays, learning plays, not knowing what to do, don't got the personnel. Like it's personnel. It's just the little tedious things of football. Keeping the timing right, staying focused, keep the energy levels high. Stuff like that is what you need to build that chemistry they talking about. And they're gonna build it, bro. They're gonna build it because that's what it is now. It's the little tedious details into like how do you play football. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see them play this week. I don't think CSU gonna have nothing for them. I don't think CSU gonna be able to even come close to keeping up with these guys again. And I expect it's gonna be like a hard hitting defensive game too. For real, it's gonna be hard hitting defense. We're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
think so too with Bentley. I think he's probable. I think he's going to play, but they said it's turf toe. But yeah, he's playing at a high level right now.
right,
McKinney, I'm not worried about him. That's McKinney's island. He's on an island
right,
of his own, so you don't have to worry about him. I like what Silman Craig is doing. Yeah, I think they're doing good. Even the backup right now, Amari Stoutmeyer, he played a really good game last week. He was really solid. Yeah, they doing good, man. I
right,
like when BJ Green said the dam is about to break. He said the sacks are coming.
right. They missed like 4 last week,
Yeah, they were close.
so
Yep.
you know but they tuning up. You know, it's just they tuning up, man. And like I get it, we had more picks last year, but we didn't have this promising look from the defense this year. Last year, we had a lot of suspect in the defense, a lot of holes in the defense last year. You know, this year, we just need to do little things. You know, just
Right.
little things. Be a little more focused. Start off with a little bit more energy. You know, and let's make plays. Like that's they said that McKinney holding it down. Yo, that boy, he was probably he is with they said yeah he gonna be a lot because they're not gonna go to Travis side. You know, and I don't think many quarterbacks are gonna really want to try Travis. You know, Dylan, he wanted Raiola to ravioli. He tried, he wanted to. He caught him, tried to throw a little dig on him. Trav right there, they want to run at him. Trav blowing up the island. So, it's gonna be going more to his side. So he gonna be a lot of plays he gonna make. That young man gonna make a lot of plays for us, man. I like DJ McKinney. I like Stoudemire. I like every little intricate piece of that defense. Is this the timing got to come up, and that's
Yeah.
all. It's gonna come with games, you know.
Yeah, I like what I see with McKinney. They tried him, but it didn't work. Trust me,
Yeah,
they
no,
tried him in the game, it didn't work.
yeah, no, it didn't work. That boy could play. He could play, and that PI, it was fake. That wasn't no P. He looking back at the quarterback. He didn't shove the guy, and you gotta,
Right.
as long as you got your hands on the guy. If you don't really shove or pull before the ball get there, it's nothing. If your only move is to make a play on the ball, that's good defense. McKinney he did that boy up. They threw a fake flag, but you know they had to throw one because it was just too much good defense. That was perfect. I know the pro scouts was like, that's NFL defense right there. Like he was
Yeah.
looking back. He turned his back. He got back in coverage. He turned around, was looking right. The quarterback had the guy. He had his hand on the guy, and then he just went for the ball. And then they called PI. I'm
Right.
like, that's crazy. But
Yeah,
he
that was
won't
a
get.
good
He won't
play.
get. Huh?
That was a good play.
It was a good play. He won't get that flag thrown on him for the rest of the season if he do that same thing. And I bet you if you see somebody else do it, that announcer's going to be like, "That is great defense." So it's just a politics still they got to work through. But I see a really good game this week defensively coming up. Offensively, I think we might implement some kind of run. We're gonna have to. We have to run the ball. We have to run the ball. Like
Yeah,
if we
they
can,
gotta run it. They gotta run this thing.
we have to. If we can get 35 pass plays and 35 run plays, we're looking like a championship team, yo. We got to get in the 30 run play average. We got to get there.
Yeah,
We
if they
just got
can
to
get
get there.
30, if they can do 30 to 35 run plays, that will
We
secure the fact that Shedeur is not going to take a beating.
he ain't gonna take a beating, and we're gonna get a win.
Right.
Shedeur don't need to throw 30 passes to get 400 yards, man.
No, you don't, because the receivers they can do yards after the catch he'll get his yardage that way.
Right, and we got players that are, you get them a couple touches, 1-on-1, they're gonna take it, they're gonna crib it. So it's
Right.
like we don't have to force the full wide. We don't have to force the DBs out there. We could literally just man up 1-on-ones and just beat them that way, and play even and run the ball. Like this oddball, we trying to play on the outside. I get it, but we don't got the line right now that we want to have. Like if we let our O line lose confidence now, it's like the worst thing to do. But it's a chance for us to really build this O line up to where we can get out on the outside and trying to go crazy. But like I'd rather just be even and run the ball. Like It's so much easier. It's easier for Shedeur. It's easier for the team. Statistically, this team is built for more of that than just the flat out spread offense.
No, I
You
know
know,
what I wanted to ask you. What's up with you? Why you think Tyler Johnson not playing?
I don't know, man. Concept, he should have it. He probably got injury. He wasn't getting reps. Um, it's easy to move down the depth chart, man, when you're not taking reps.
Yeah,
So it's just that, politics now. He got to work his way up. So people got to kind of like fail. It's kind of hard. But I think this week is going to be more of a try out everything kind of thing. Plus, I heard they moved everybody from the starter. Ain't no starters now. It's just everybody on scout team. That's what I heard yesterday. Wednesday were warned.
everybody
Breaking.
on the scout team.
Yeah, that's what Sap was saying yesterday. Sap and Neely was saying that everybody's on scout team. But they do got first team players. But the first team for this week is pretty much blank. So just saying, it's time to like implement some stuff that we could do. But like one thing I liked about the offense making that adjustment from last week to this week, I kind of knew why he had him in man because the defense he want to play, you're gonna have to like play a lot of man. So to get that out the way and then start to ease them in the zone defense, I love how Livingston's doing a really good job of the defense, yo. Like, then they're gonna start implementing more looks in the defense. That defense is about to get. I'm talking about tough, yo. Okay, so last week they gave up 21. The week before they gave up 26, so that's 47. So they giving up like 23 and a half right now on defense. Maybe 300 yards. They gave up 300 last seven, so like 300. If they keep breaking down, bro, they could be a top defense still. If they can start to if this week they give up, let's say 10 points, maybe nothing. Let's say they shut out. Oh, let's go. We just get a shutout. They looking good, yo. Defense got a lot of chance to get really good, yo. So I'm excited for that. I already know what the offense can do. It's just I'm excited for this defense. I'm not worried. I still say at 10-2, 11-1 at the best. I was saying 12-0, but because 11-1, 10-2, I see. But now I don't see the second loss coming for a long time, bro. Like I don't think nobody else gonna give us another L, bro.
I don't see a loss this game either. I mean, as long as they balance it out, I don't see a loss at all.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
see
even
it.
see this be a game to be worried about.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game to watch, but I don't see like not even Kansas State. I don't think Kansas State this year. That's how they played last week. Um, Nobody. I don't see nobody's gonna really be. I don't think nobody's gonna really be able. This offense really tightens up because it will get tight. Like it's not about to just be. And even last week, it's just the concept. It really wasn't so much of the play. It's the concept. This stuff's about to get tighter, y'all, and it's about to get really good. So
So Neely said they moved everybody to scout team.
he moved everybody's on scout team, bro. That's
So
what he was
there's
saying
no
yesterday.
starters on the offensive line right now.
Everybody's on scout, man. Everybody got a
So,
chance to get on first team right now.
so it's a battle for first team.
It's a battle for the first team right now.
Well, expect to probably see Johnson out there. I expect to see him now.
Right. I expect to see Johnson out there. Seaton gonna stay out there. They're gonna make some changes, you know what I mean? But it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. Like I said, this is everything like it's just like I wanted to see that. I didn't want to see that loss. I didn't want to see that loss, but everything else I want to see, like it's perfect. It's really perfect. It's really right where it wanted. And like right now, the politic of it is good too because they took an L. So now it's like, nah, let's get it right. If they'd have been undefeated, it'd have been harder to make changes. Now they kind of took an L. It's easier to make a change. So all of this is kind of cool now. It's kind of like team can mesh a little bit different. You can kind of see where people at. They got a little bit better gauge. So I'm excited to see this week. To see this week's game. I don't think anybody should, doubt what this team can do or just change your perception on this team just off of that last week's game. Because they first time all these guys played together, that's heavy. That's tough playing with somebody for the first time. First 2 weeks, you got the big game like that. It's pretty tough. And for them to hold together like that, Even they was, they had all rights to just fold and crumble and get totally blew out like just another Oregon, right?
Right.
They did it. They did it. Even offensively, they did it. It wasn't really all the way there because I guess they really weren't totally prepared with the run game to really like move the ball. But like everything else, they were focused. And that's good to see with a team that just came together. They never want to compare him and Matt Rule. Like, I get that, but it's stupid because Prime still had to remake a whole team. Matt Rule came into a whole team that was already there together. Like the
Right.
boys was already there for years. So it's not like he had to put everything together from scratch. Like,
Right.
and this is, I just can't stand that. And it's gonna take a little bit, but I know this year was the year because even if Prime do lose like 20 players, like 50 players stay, that's straight. And then hopefully we don't lose that many. But I think if we have a really good season, probably won't nobody really leave. Everybody will want to stay. So if we win a bunch of games, we're gonna have that returning team that we wanted to have this year coming back next year. So everything is still looking good, man. I wouldn't put the panic button. I know it was just tough seeing that last week, seeing Shedeur kind of go through a lot of the remembrance of last year. But if you look at it, it's 2 games. He got 7 sacks. That's 3.5. Last year, it was 2 games. He had 15 sacks. That was 7.5.
Damn.
So
So they kind of improve.
they kind of cut it in half. Now they
They
think they
cut
can
it in
cut
half.
right. They cut it in half. So again, like I said, we just came together, and it's still good. Two games, they're averaging 3.5 sacks. Let's say next game they don't give up a sack, or let's say they give up 1 sack. So, that'd be what? That'd be 9 sacks in 3 games.
Right.
It'd be all right. You know what I mean? So, six. He got sacked 5 times or 6 times last time. I think it was
Um.
5.
Well, this last game, 6 times.
He got hit 6 times. Attack
Yeah.
sack 6 times. Oh,
Yeah.
what's that? We had 3.5. You get nothing again. 3 games, it'd be moving down 2 point something, 2.8, 2.891. That's good. That's moving good in the conference. So we got a lot of ways we could look at this. But they give up 7 sacks or something like that. Okay, now we're looking at something like 4 or 5 sacks a game. So we don't want to do that.
Yeah. A lot of that goes to either film watching. Like if you see the formation of the defense, you gotta know your blocking assignment. I don't know, maybe it's that, or I don't know. What do you think it is? Why they blowing their blocks like that?
Well, I think last week it was this. We got a little OP. We got overpowered on some things that we weren't ready for. And I think the concept wasn't there. It's just the concept. We gotta like when you good, you can run away from stuff. We really wasn't trying to run away from their strengths. So it was just things like that. Like I mean, they like how they were. Like they wouldn't run towards Okanoa's side. When Sam came in the game, they made sure to run away from Sam's side. Um, when Hayden came in, they made sure to run away from Hayden's side. And if Hayden and Green was in, they ran traps right up Green's side. So it's like, they just ran away from the strengths of the defense. And that's all we got to do. It's not like we got to prove anything. We don't got to prove anything. All we got to do is expose the defense. I think last week we got into like a prove me battle. It seemed more like a prove me battle instead of I already know what you got, and I'm just gonna respect it, and we're gonna run away. We're gonna run around it. That's pretty much what it was. You know what I mean? Hold on a second.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks. I guess they'll be improved this year. I don't know about the scratching all the starters. I don't know. I guess they put them all on a scout team. That's crazy. They just rebuilding the whole line and. So I'll just wait and see who we see out there on the offensive line this weekend. So, what do you guys think about that? He said the coach is realizing they messed up. You said he already gave out his L's or D badges to. He said now everybody lost their spot. He's going to lose the locker room doing that. I mean, they were able to run the ball with that offensive line, though. We saw it last week. Yeah, trying to have them earn their spots again. I mean, if I was a player, I'd be okay with that. Like, okay. I mean, I could see if I messed up. Like, for example, I remember when I played, I was a tight end. But they had me at center a few games. You know, you got to know your assignments, like depending on what the defense is giving you. Sometime I will help, sometime I will have help, and sometime I won't have help. Or sometime my man will back up. Now I got to find work to do. Usually I'll go to one of the guards. You just got to know depending on what's going on in the situation. Because if I don't have no work after I snap the ball and my man don't backed up and he went somewhere else, now I got to find work to do. Now either I'm going to go to my left or right. If my left guard is struggling, I'm helping him out. Or, I mean, that's only on pass protection. But if it's a run game, I mean, which way am I pulling? You know, everybody got to know like what to do. So you're really relying on the man next to you. You know, so.
Right. What's up, man? I'm back.
Yeah.
But you know, you right. Like I said, the same thing. Like, why we couldn't run any concepts to where. Yeah. I'm on the phone. I said the same thing. Why we couldn't run no concepts where like double tight, and then have those guards peel back and take on those edges, or those tackles peel back. Like that's why people saying like where's the concepts? Because you know they're there. You know what I mean? But I think they're gonna work on that this week, Max. But I'm gonna get off, man. I got stuff to do, man. I'm gonna jump on.
Thomas. Yeah, thanks for coming on. Yeah, we'll do it again soon.
Yeah, you know, I'm eating.
So if you're available later, I might be on later.
Yeah, for sure. So it's still early, and I do more the evening time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's for sure like before game day for sure.
Yeah,
or
for
game
sure.
day.
All right, Thomas. Good talking to you.
All right, man. I'm gonna get back with you, Max. Peace,
Right.
Bub Nation. All right, y'all.
Peace.
All right, peace. I'm gonna be in the chat here and there though. I'm listening still.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, DJH? You said they got to prove themselves again? Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear Neely say it, but if what Neely say, I mean, he's privy to the inner workings of the team. So if there's no starters on the offensive line, so they rebuilding it. So yeah, they got to like prove all over again, which means that the they will have to, it had to be the ones against I don't know. Each team, I guess they do things differently. Ones against the ones or the scout. I don't know. But it'll make for a stiff competition, though, this week. I would love to be a fly on the wall at practice. It'll be a serious situation. You mean I lost my job? There's money on the table. You know, so that means some of the players that was on the third string, this their time to shine now. Like maybe they could dominate and really try to get that starting role. I don't know. Unless maybe they have a rotation. He said implementing a game plan instead of figuring out. Unless they might be like, how can we protect number two? Run the ball. That's how you protect them. It takes the pressure off the offensive line because now you get to smash somebody in the mouth. as opposed to like trying to hold people off because you know the passing play is going down. Now you get to put your hand in the dirt, especially if you are a tackle. Now you get to put your hand in the dirt and drive somebody. And you know, and get your licks, and that's what we call getting our licks back. Now we get to get our licks back now, and or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. I guess you know, I'm assuming that the same people will be out there, but I guess we'll see that Saturday night. I guess. I didn't realize that. I didn't hear Neely say that. So now I'm a little bit. I don't know what to say about that. But if you on third string or second string, you gotta. There's no strings now. You could just win you can win that spot. Yep. You could win that spot, man. I would just say for whoever trying to win a spot, I would say whoever the center is, just coming in with mean intentions. That's it. I want you to have the spirit of Richie Incognito. I want you to be you hold that defender by any means necessary. You got to punch him in the face. I mean, Richie did all type of stuff. He did all type of nasty stuff, man, in the game. His freaking hands was bloody at the end of the game sometime. And why, I don't know. But whatever you got to do it if you want to get that starting spot. You just simply apologize to the defensive line ahead of time. Just apologize to them so they know it's coming. Like, we getting ready to get nasty now, coach. I'm sorry. Okay, because I'm playing this game now. My parents, friends, they all gonna be at the game. I want to be starting. So I'm gonna wrap. Let me see. Who you need to wrap your hands up. I will wrap my hands up extra. I had the trainers wrap my hands up extra. They're like, wow, what's going on? I like wrap it up like battering rams. Please wrap my hands up. And matter of fact, wrap my middle finger and my ring finger together. They're like, well, what's going on? Because I'm getting ready to claw somebody. Somebody getting ready to get hurt. That's what's going to happen. That's right. I'm going to do it the legal way. You said Richie was a Nebraska center. Well, I'm bringing his name up because I still have the spirit of Nebraska, Mike. He's from Jersey, by the way. He's a Jersey guy. Richie Incognito. So that's why I keep bringing his name up. Yes, he was Nebraska. But Mike, if you remember Richie Incognito at Nebraska, he was nasty. You had a bona fide jock for a lineman. He was nasty. You were not getting past him. There was no sacks. He didn't give up no sacks. But how he went about doing it, hey, he got him to the NFL. Well, yeah, he was a little bit of a troublemaker, a little bit. But what had that bullying incident, I was privy to that because I knew somebody that worked in the organization when that happened, Mike. It he didn't like what he was doing to that guy. The guy complained about bullying, but if the guy had to went and seriously talked to him, he would have stopped. But it was a tradition thing. He did it. Nah, man. You said he's not racist, Reggie. But what happened was when he was doing this a long time because it was done to him. When he first came into the league, he went through the hazing. And then he was carrying on the tradition, but the guy never told him to stop. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So that was it. But what I'm trying to say is whether you like him or not, he didn't give up no damn sacks. I'm just telling you, he didn't. And this is in the NFL. Now, how he went about doing it, I mean, the refs didn't catch it. But I'm just telling you, man, I will wrap my hands up a certain way, and my hands are hitting your chest every fucking play. I'm hitting your chest as hard as I can. And I would do it in front of Warren Sapp. I would look at them and I would smile. I said, I'm going to assault your guys. Your guys getting ready to get assaulted illegally. Oh, I don't know nothing about that, Reggie, whether he was doing it. I know my friend worked in the front office. Friend of mine I went to high school. He was working in the front office at the time. And the guy was weak, man. The guy that come on, he was weak. He couldn't take it. And a part of that with the offensive line is traditionary. They don't do it no more, really. But he didn't do that to Mike Pouncey. He didn't do that to the Pouncey twins. They got along because they just as hard as he is. That's why. He wouldn't have did it to me. Like, you got to have a mentality to be on that line. And that dude was weak, man. He was weak. And that is the deal. And I knew somebody else that was a trainer. The dude was weak, yo. Yeah, he quit football because of it. The NFL ain't for everybody. He was weak. And you can't be weak on the offensive line. You got to be nasty. Everybody know that. The offensive line, the trenches, is nasty stuff that go on. Nasty. Nasty. I know, man, because I had to play center in high school. And I was undersized. And I remember I broke my hand. And I loved it because now I have a battering ram. Yep. I had a battering ram at this point because my hand was pretty much healed. So I wrapped it up with tape. And I remember the one guy, he can't play like that. That's what somebody said. I said, no, I snap with my right hand. I don't snap with my left hand. My right hand is fine. And they complain like I'm using my cast as a batter. So what? The refs didn't call it. So what? So what? I'm already undersized and they shouldn't have me at this position. They shouldn't have me here. He said they call each other the N-word all the time. Yeah, they did. Everybody called, yeah. And Richie was cool with these people. That's just how they talk. Now, I don't agree with it, to each his own, but you know how jocks are, man. Like, he's a jock. And he's like the traditional old school jock, but he got along with, like, he was in Miami. He was cool with Mike Pouncey and all of them. They didn't have a problem with him. But that hazing used to go on, though. I don't think they really go on too much no more, though. But it used to go on back in the day. We got hazed in high school. You know what I'm saying? Had to carry bags and all of that. We had to carry each other. We had to carry the upperclassmen bags, and we had freshman week where we all got hands put on us, and we had to put hands on them back, like that. And then that was it. Then we were brothers at that point. But they had to be able, like, can we trust you? Can you be out there in the trenches and get dirty? I remember the coach said, okay, you got a broken hand, but guess what, son? Wrap that shit up and go hit somebody with it. That's what he told me. He said, now you ain't undersized. Now you got a weapon. I said, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's right. And then, now I didn't mean to hit nobody in the face with it, but he got a face mask. Yeah, I did pledge, but I didn't pledge. I pledged something else. I'm not active anymore. So, but and I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even want to talk about it because I was pissed off after I crossed over. I didn't know I was about to get some thunder and lightning. Masons cast off. Yes, indeed. I'm talking about old school shit. Blindfolded and thunder and lightning. And I was pissed off because afterwards we went to the bar because one of the police officers, one of my brothers, he had a bar. He owned a bar in Newark on not Peshine. It was not the lodge is on Johnson Avenue. I don't even think it's there no more. It was on Johnson Avenue, but he had a bar on Peshine and what's the other one? It's off Springfield Avenue. I forget the name of it. We went to that one. And I was mad the whole time until they put some libation at me. Then I wasn't mad no more. Yeah, I walked the burning sand, son. I rode the goat. I sure did. And I was mad about it. I sure was, because I wasn't expecting it. That goat wasn't happy with my ass because I was fighting back, and it made it worse. Oh, your cousin stayed on Lee Avenue? Okay. Yeah, Mason's Pledge. Johnson Avenue. Mount Herman Lodge 210. Johnson Avenue. Newark, New Jersey. That was back in the day, though. That was in 2000. That was a long time ago, fam. Long time ago. Long time ago. That was in 2000. That was way before 9/11. Year before 9/11. I'm not active, but obviously I'm still a brother, but I'm not active. But college, I didn't pledge in college. I didn't have time to because I was working and I was a work student. I was working actually. I working full time, going to school full time. I didn't have time. I started off at Rutgers. No, what happened was 'cause I was blindfolded and they put us through the gauntlet and I fought back. And that made it worse. Made it worse, man. I remember, I never forget it. They gave me a password. They said your password is when you go in, because we were all, man, we was stripped down to our fucking boxers, yo. No shoes on. It was dead of fucking winter. We was outside. And they gave us a password to go in with. And all the brothers in there are waiting for us to come in. And my password is Brother Barker and Brother such and such like to get head on Broad and Market. I had to yell it out. I'm not yelling that out. Yo, they gonna beat my ass. I'm not yelling that out. They say you gotta yell it out, yo. That's your password. Brother Barker and Brother Johnson like to give head on Broad and Market. I had to say that. And as soon as I said it, they said, oh yeah? You talking shit? Oh yeah, come on in. Man, they had wooden paddles and everything else, fam. Belts, everything. Yep. I didn't fall out. I didn't fall out. Somebody passed out. One of my brothers that went crossed over with me, he passed out. But he was all right though. And then look, I'm fighting police officers back. Because my lodge, they had a bunch of police officers in it. And I'm fighting them back. And I don't know where the hits was coming from. It was crazy. And then they said, so bro, you just got to get through it. And the next thing you know, they made us kneel in the fucking They made us kneel in on that hardwood floor, yo. It was crazy. Then afterwards, it was cool. That was it. We went on ahead and had dinner and went to the bar. No, it's not assault. No, it's not assault. It's on somebody on the field. It's like, you know how you hitting somebody up between the numbers, between their chest, but now you got that cast, so it makes it. I can't explain it. It's like you're not really like assaulting a person, but it gives you an advantage a little bit. I don't like playing. I didn't really like playing with the cast, but there's nothing I could have done. I mean, either that or not play. And we weren't like, we was a small team, it wasn't like these big schools you have now. So we had a small school. I went to Essex Catholic. It's closed down now. Up there in East Orange. Yep, East Orange. That school closed down. The Archdiocese of Newark closed it down. I was a center. I started as a center and I was a tight end. I remember when I caught my first pass, I ran like Forrest fucking Gump. I sure did. And I was awkward. I ran like Forrest fucking Gump, yo, because I'm like, I'm not playing the center no more. And I remember one play, I got hit so damn hard. The only thing I remember, it was a blind. It was like, how you catch the pass, the quarterback leave you out to dry. He put you on the clothes hang like LeJohntay Wade. Now he got wrapped. We call it alligator arms. It was one play, he had alligator arms. This was Shedeur passed it through the middle. You know how you got to jump up? You get alligator arms. And I freaking caught it. And the only thing I remember was people standing over me, giving me smelling salts. And I saw a star. I probably had a concussion. Helmet flew off. I got depleted. One of my cleats came off. It was embarrassing. People laughing at me in the stands. It was embarrassing. They put me back out there. Ain't that some shit? I went right on back out there. Probably had a concussion. But that's how it was back in the day. This was in the 90s. This is 92. This was in the 90s, man, where fuck the stars you seeing. You better get back out there. Oh, Sue, he played at Nebraska too. Not something Sue, whatever his name is. Could you imagine Richie Incognito? Could you imagine this team had to face Richie Incognito and Ndamukong Suh? Holy shit. That dude was old school. Sue? Yeah, he was a killer, man. Nebraska had a killer. They had a lot of killers on that team back in the day. No, my socks then came off, my shoe came off. And they, how they help you off the field? They like one person got one arm and the other got I ain't walking with no shoe. That was crazy. Helmet flew off. And I'm sitting on the sidelines trying to figure out what day it is. And they telling me I got to get back out there. But yeah, man, Sue was I remember him playing at Nebraska. Yeah, that dude was crazy. So they had some killers on that team, man, back in the day. They were known for it though. They were known for it. Yeah, that old school football. If you get a concussion now, they keep you out the game. They don't put you back in the game. You said, in other words, you got knocked the fuck. No, I just remember they give me smelling salt for some reason. I'm like, what you giving me this for? I guess I was knocked out. I don't remember. I don't remember. Only thing I remember was I went down back first. My feet was in the air when I hit the ground, and I think I got the wind knocked out of me. That was about it. And then I'm just like, I think I probably was knocked out. But you can get alligator arms real quick if the quarterback leave you out to hang like that. Nah, my shoestring didn't come out. My sneakers, my feet came out of them. But they fell off my feet. I got hit so damn hard. You know, back then we had them big ass freaking shoulder pads. That didn't help. I'm glad they got the shake. I'm glad they fixed that in this modern game, because that's what was getting people hurt, man. Them damn big ass shoulder pads. You say you got knocked out in practice? Yeah, you would have been. They would have kept you out. Now they wouldn't have. I bet you they put you back in the game. But man, shout out to this team, man. I think they run the game to be fun. I don't know, man. I guess I got to go hear that when he said that they got everybody on the scout team. So that means nobody got a position right now. They got to fight for it. So that means your Curry Walker he got an opportunity to play if he outplays the Lincolns. This is opportunity too, I guess. So I'm sure he's going after it right now. I would love to be a fly on the wall at practice. I'm sure he's going after it. This is opportunity too. Yeah, we had JV too, Dell. That's how we had it: freshman, JV, and varsity. But since our school was so small, most people played varsity because we didn't have enough people. If someone got hurt, you said that he was giving pointers to the O line, then making the D line fight back. Yeah, I saw some of that. Yeah, if Sapp got to give pointers to the O line, I'm sure he could. But they probably making the D line attack the O line, like go really hard to see who's gonna hang there, so they can figure out who the starters are gonna be. Damn, that's a lot of competition for that O line, man. That means anybody got a shot at this point. So yeah, I can't wait to see who makes it, who make the cut. Hopefully they mentally will be all right though. Like they won't let this affect them. You said Tyler Brown go to guard. Should I stay at guard? Maybe he might go back to guard. They might realize maybe just put him back at guard. I suspect he might be out there. Both Tylers. Tyler Brown and Tyler Johnson. I suspect both of them to be out there because they're both strong. So we'll see. But then that's gonna take what's his name out of the game. He's pretty intense. I don't think he gonna fight for his position. For him, he ain't gonna want to come out. So, but somebody can't play. I don't think they were all that bad last week. but I don't know. The coaches might see different. That's what I was saying. He should play this. He plays center. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. I know he played at Jackson State, played center. Because I wouldn't think what's his name will lose his position. Mayers. And Benson maybe back at right tackle, but I don't know. We'll see. You said CSU line. Yeah, they not. Yeah, Nebraska line was pretty decent. They had them two seniors come back. So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking for that now. Like when they opening, when they first get the ball, I'm gonna see who's on that offensive line because they gonna fight for it. Damn, all of them on the scout team. That's crazy. Or they could do that to just try to motivate them. Like now you're on the scout team, to make them go harder. I don't know. You said Tyler Brown, Seaton, Mayer, and Johnson should be the lineup. So you saying Tyler should stay at tackle, or he should go to guard? I'm thinking Seaton will stay at left tackle. Right tackle maybe Benson or somebody else. And then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I really don't. And I think the only way moving forward, because they're gonna lose a lot of people eventually to graduation. Um, you're probably gonna have to recruit locally. Like to get them dogs from in the state. They're gonna have to find somebody in state. Or I don't know where traditionally they be getting them from, California, different places like that. You said Tyler Brown at center and then add Benson, right? Benson, the right tackle. And then, Seaton at left tackle. And then the guards, one guard is Tyler Johnson and then Mayers. And see how they work that way. I think they'll be fine. Yeah, Oklahoma, Texas Hogs. They're gonna need the Hogs, man. You said Colorado don't have no Hogs. California does. California. Um, yeah, like you said, Texas, they do have them out there. I know you said they pass blocking 35 times a game. I know that's tough. I know it's tough. Well, Tyler played center at Jackson State, Mike. But like you said, pass blocking that many times is a lot. That's a lot of stress you putting on the offensive line. I thought they did good in the run block. So hopefully they fix it in the meetings, like when they talking to the players. Like, I would like to see the players get a coach some input. Like, you guys, you putting a lot of stress on us. Like, somebody would need to, it'll be the captain to step up, or somebody Benson or somebody to step up and say it. They can't be afraid to speak up. Like, look, man, y'all got to run a little bit because we putting stress on us. I didn't have this problem at Indiana. Like, he would have to say something like that. He only gave up 1 sack there. So, and maybe he's playing out of position. Like, you got to put me back at right tackle, coach. I think it's just a lot of pressure to win, and they in panic mode. When you go down by 2 touchdowns, you could still run the ball. It was still early enough in the game to where they could do it and then come back, because they got a good passing attack. But I don't know. I think they panicked and vacated it. I think that's what they did. The coaches did. Yeah, if you go back to his stats at when he was at Indiana last year, he didn't give up that many. So he only gave up 1 sack in, like, I don't know how many snaps. He was pretty solid at right tackle at Indiana. I mean, just go back and look at his stats from Indiana. When you go to the Indiana site, just go to the stats part. You'll see it. So he knows how to block. Like, he knows what he's doing, but I don't know, man. Prime gonna have to step in. He got to take over. He just got to take over, man. That's the only thing I could say. Because the way his face looked when he was walking off the field, that game mattered to him. He didn't want to lose that. And if you see how he was walking off, he was some kind of mad because he know. But I don't know, man. I think he needs to say something. This is what is like. You can't be afraid to say something to the coaches. It's just your delivery. It's how you say it. Like, when they're in their team meetings, that's when he need to say something. Like, coach, this is wrong, man. They running the ball. They passing the ball too much. I didn't have this problem, coach, at Indiana, man. I only gave him 1 sack. So you put me back at right tackle. Put Tyler back at guard. So if you just, yes, sir, that's it. Like, you gotta give constructive feedback. You gotta give it to the coaches. And then they're like, all right, so you comfortable at right tackle? Yes. Like, put me back at right tackle. Okay, so if Rock played mostly guard, then that's where he's at, guard. I know why he's in the game. The man's strong as an ox. He's strong. So you got to put him in his natural position. But to take away their starting roles and put them back at on the scout team, you're going to lose the locker room. And then you never know. It's very dangerous. Let me tell you something. It's very dangerous pissing off offensive linemen because he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna get your quarterback hurt then. So you got to be careful because they be like, all right, you going to play me? Okay, because that's what happened last year. That left tackle released that block and Shedeur got teed on. And guess what? He hasn't gave up a sack all yet at his new school. Not none. So you could lose. You got to be careful how you talk to these offensive linemen. This is a big man's game. This game has always been a big man's game. The battle is won in the trenches. Everybody knows that. If the trenches ain't working, your offense ain't working. Because you can't run the ball. Your quarterback is going to get pummeled on. And it's just going to be all bad. So that's why I say it's up to whoever the leader is. If Benson is a leader, it's up for him to talk. Or whoever. You just can't listen to the coaches. You got to say something. You got to give feedback. Like, look, I'm not comfortable at this position. Let me go back to my natural position. Because I tell you right now, if I'm a tight end, I can't go play no damn center. I can't. That's something that you have to practice at. And everybody can't play that position or guard or whatever. It's wherever you natural at. Or you got to have a certain amount of practice, in the off season, working on your craft. So I don't know, man. You said it's just game situations. They abandoned the run. Well, they definitely abandoned the run. They panicked because they got down early by 2 touchdowns. And what was it? 14 points they got down by. I guess they like the hell with this run game. The hell with it. We're gonna go ahead and get these points back by throwing in the air. And that was it. Then you get down by too much. You're in the fourth quarter. Now you can't run it. So yeah, you would handle the players yourselves, right, Don? Yeah, we did the same thing. The upperclassmen will get in your face, like, wake up, like, yep, we did self-police ourselves. We sure did. Sure did. Right when that series is over, we were sitting on the bench. That's when the talks happen. Sometimes it happened during the game, in the huddle. I know I got a talking to. They said, dude, we ain't got no other choice. You gotta play center. And stop bitching. Told me to stop bitching in the huddle. Stop bitching. And play it. Because they ain't know what else we gonna do. Everybody hurt. So I had to stop bitching. So yeah, you're right. They do have a talking to you. Yeah, we had extra practice. They always got on my ass. Because like I said, we had a lot of injuries and I had to play center. So that's where the problem was coming. It was coming from me. Because I didn't want to play it. And it wasn't, I never gave up a sack. But the problem was I'm getting bruised every game. Like, why is my fucking eye swollen? For no reason. Now I got a swollen eye. My damn ribs hurt. Everything hurt. Like, and I kept complaining. And they was like, dude. And then the coach would yell at me, and especially when I forgot my helmet. And, yeah, we had extra runs, everything. Wind sprints, everything. Bear crawls, anything you can name. And I used to have to do it the most until I shut up. Then once I embraced it, then eventually, everything was all right. But yeah, man, they used to make us run in everything, man. No, Seaton hasn't had a penalty yet, Mike. He's doing okay. He hasn't had a penalty yet. He's the man on that left tackle spot. I'm not lying to you. He's not playing like he got a little freshman stuff here and there, but no, he's solid. Definitely is. Yeah, they don't do two-a-days no more, Stanford. They don't do that no more. Yeah, even in that Nebraska game, Mike, he was pretty solid. There was a few situations where, but he was pretty solid in that game. Yep. He held up against fucking seniors. He held up against. So yeah, he did pretty good. What y'all think about Mayers? I didn't hear nothing about him that game. I thought he was pretty solid too. I didn't see any problematic areas coming from his side. Um, yeah, I didn't. Seaton is the weight man, and yeah, you can tell, man. He really wants it. Seaton, I didn't hear too many bad things from him or Mayers. Or maybe I'm wrong. I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking at Seaton most of the time because he's the freshman. Nah, nothing. He was solid. He's only going to get better. In my mind, he's after his junior year, he's done. His junior year is his money year, and he's done. He's off to the NFL. But yeah, that kid is solid, man. The kid, and he's vocal. He's like the leader on the team. He's vocal. He became vocal, man. Yep. Yeah, man. Pretty decent player, man. I don't know, man. What's up with Cash Cleveland? He don't look like he don't got bigger. He's every bit of 300 plus pounds. I don't know. Maybe he might get his shot. We'll see. He came from IMG Academy with Seaton. Yeah, but Seaton is a true freshman. 100%. He's never going to lose that starting role. Wherever he goes, he's never going to lose it. Yep. He got all his blocking right. Everything was right. So I look for him to be out there, even though they moved everybody out from the scout team. That's what they're saying. He's going to be out there. And especially if you look at him, he did a lot of things in the weight room. So, yeah, man, Seaton is on a mission. Yeah, shout out to him. You said big old George Hageman, coached him at IMG as well. Yeah, that's a big dude, man. Golly. Oh, I didn't know that. I know Hageman played with the Cowboys. He knew Prime, but he did coach at IMG. I didn't know that. So Cash, Seaton, Hageman all came. No wonder he be talking to Cash a lot. He knew him. Okay. I didn't know that. So maybe Cash at some point will get his start at. He's a center. Cash is a center as well. So maybe he might win it over. We'll see. As a truth, we'll see. He's big though. Cash is about 300 pounds. He's big too. And he don't mind the physicality. Remember, like this last practice where they were making him go after the offensive line. Cash out there smiling. So what is that telling you? He don't mind it. He love it. So Yeah, I didn't know Hageman was at IMG. I didn't know that. He's been recruiting other 5-star linemen to Colorado. If that's true, they're gonna be all right in the future, as long as Prime stay there. He do have that IMG connection. One of the Texas running backs is from IMG. So they're all over the place. They all doing pretty good too. Who they reach out to after the Nebraska game? Contextual. Who did he reach out to? Oh, he reached out to McChesney. Okay. Oh, he might have. Yeah, he probably reached out to him maybe to help the line out, or maybe to come in and be a consultant or something. Because he got some dogs that he be coaching. He got one at Iowa right now. It's a dog at Iowa that's starting that Matt that he in the 0 to 60 academy. Yeah, he producing some dogs over there, man. Yeah, he got Bucky on the show every week. So yeah, Prime is in touch. He listen to everything. So if it's a way, if McChesney can help bring some of them dogs in, I'm sure he'll probably reach out to him. And he played there, so that's a good person to keep in contact with. Yeah, I don't know, Stanford. Sometimes things happen. I remember the first game, I was yelling at the TV, man, when I saw Seton get his first pancake. He damn sure got it. The kid was trying to get the Shedeur, but Shedeur stepped up and Seton grabbed him, and both of them fell down. I was like, damn, he got his pancake. You said just kick butt this week, and Big 12 is open for anyone to win. Yeah, true. Mike, did you see that documentary that Nebraska put out on their page? You should watch it if you didn't see it yet. It was pretty good. They did a documentary on the game. You say you hate Kermani didn't work out. Yeah, some things just don't work sometimes. Some marriages just don't work. Now he's a preferred walk-on at Florida, so he's what you call in development. Um he's a preferred walk-on. So he's not on scholarship, but the scholarship is on the back money. It's kind of hard to explain that. He's kind of on scholarship without saying it, but he's not on scholarship. The scholarship is coming from the back money, but he's in development. Some people got to develop. Some people are not true freshmen. Some people actually got to develop because he got to get bigger. He got to he's skinny, so he got to get bigger and stuff like that. And it might take him about 3 years to develop, or 2 years, whatever. So some people are true freshmen like Seton, and some people got to develop. But he does have a lot of tools of promise, so he just got to develop. Like it's rare to get a Caleb Downs. Like that's rare. Like somebody that's going to start from the gate no matter where they are. Or like Walter Nolan. Yeah, some players need a little bit more time to mature than others. So that's all that is. But he up there at Florida though. He's there. You say he may influence the top lineman. I'm pretty sure of it after this season he's having. Yeah, Prime needs some hogs, man. Like McChesney always say, he needs some real hogs up there. McChesney seemed to think that he needs to recruit from the state. He said he got some hogs in his state and got some potential. One of them went to Notre Dame though. That he was I believe one kid went to Notre Dame, the one that he was that was in his academy, but I think for order for them to be solid, I think the running backs got to get 30 touches. What's up, brother? Unique, long time no see. Yeah, I think they need at least 30 touches to take the pressure off from Shedeur getting hit, and then after that he'll air it out, and it shouldn't be no problem. At least for this team, it shouldn't be no problem for CSU. At least they won't beat themselves. You know what I mean? Give themselves a chance to win. I saw Nebraska do that halfback draw. I saw them run that play, and they did the complimentary I formation too. As dedication to the national championship team. Tom Osborne and them. They ran that. You saw them when they run that I formation at the end of the game. Yeah, at least 30 plus touches, they'll be fine. Shedeur will not get hit. Well, he'll get hit a little bit, but he ain't going to get hit like he has been getting hit. And he should be fine. You say you'd like to see him line up at the center? Yeah, that'll be crazy. Yeah, 30 touches that he is not going to have any problems. And Travis and them could just go ahead and do their thing, run their routes. They'll be fine. He'll find them. That's it, man. You say he ain't going to line up on the center. Pistol formation. Oh, I would like to see that. Pistol formation. Shit, why can't he line up on the center? Do it the first play. He line up on the center real quick. Give it to my running back. No, line up in the center, kick my leg back, had a wide receiver in motion. See what I'm saying? Just one time. Have Jimmy Horn, have J5 in motion. They don't know if I'm going to throw it or run it at that point. You see what I'm saying? No, we lining up on the center. Yeah, they wouldn't know. They probably think we're running it and then just throw it off to J5 in the flat. Yeah, they did do it with Hayden and it was successful. They did. Yep. So the potential is there. So you could do it with Charlie. It's just you got to put him in the right position to win. And, running them up the middle is not good. Yeah, one time should do a lineup on the center. Act like you calling a audible. Kick your leg back. Have J5 in motion. The first play, they can like, wait a minute. The defense like, wait a minute. What's going on here? Yeah, they focus on the pass game, you think? But now they got to come with something else. I want to see some reverse action. Have J5, you know what I'm saying? Have him running in space. Yeah, I want to see some. Let me see some sweeps or something. They got the quarterback to do it. They got the quarterback. They just don't want to get him hurt, man. Run that ball, man. Yeah, power sweep with J5 and his speed. Yep. Anyway, guys, I'll be back. I'll be back on later. I mean, did y'all hear about what happened to Shannon Sharpe? Let me tell you what happened, right? And he pretty much told on himself. So he had an interview one time with Lavelle Crawford, the comedian. And I remember he mentioned in Lavelle Crawford, they got all these gay rumors out about me. And Lavelle Crawford jokingly said, well, you need to come out with a sex tape. And they both laughed about it. So Lavelle Crawford came out yesterday and was like, he remembered what he said. He was like, guys, look, you remember when I was on the show when Shannon interviewed me? I said, well, he mentioned the gay rumors. Obviously, it's bothering him. So he said, why don't you come out with a sex tape? And he said, that's what happened. Unfortunately, with Shannon, I don't know why he felt like the need to prove himself, but there were rumors out there about him. I mean, he used to date Nicole Murphy, man. I ain't think nothing about it. Like, I know he dated Nicole Murphy and stuff, Eddie Murphy's ex, but maybe that got to him. Because you remember that picture came out where he had that man bag on, and the way he was looking, people were joking at him about it. It might have got to his head. Just he got a lot of money, but at the end of the day, that joking stuff about him still affected him. And I had made a video yesterday joking. I said, listen, you just can't go live on Instagram by accident. Instagram is not set up that way. I said he did it. He did it. So When the audio came out, his people said that he got hacked. I said no, he didn't. And guess what he did? He told them to say, "Look, I didn't get hacked." But his people sent out to his media team said he got hacked, even though he told them not to say that. So when he addressed the situation, he told on himself. He didn't realize he did it. He had a Freudian slip. He said, well, I'm not apologizing for the act. He said, I told them just to say I did it. And he didn't say that he accidentally did it. He said he did it. And we know why I know why he did it. He did it to shut people up about him possibly being gay. And the messed up thing about it is he just chastised Chad Johnson for being late, and yet he did this fuck shit. And Chad was right. He said, I wasn't gonna come to the show because that happened. But I came anyway to address it to you. And Shannon laughed it off. But Chad wasn't laughing. Like, he shouldn't have done that. Like, who cares what people think about you at the end of the day? You're a grown-ass man. But yet he did it on purpose. He did it on purpose. He did. Just so that people could know that he's straight. That's bullshit, Shannon. So that's what happened. So he had to go pull that just so that people could stop talking about him. That it affected him. That picture affected him that bad. It's crazy. Ain't nobody tell you to be around with no damn man purse on. That's a purse. Everybody knows it's a purse. But in society now, it's okay to wear a man purse. You don't see Shedeur getting all in his feelings when people say he got a purse, because that is a purse. It is. It's a pocketbook. But he don't care. He don't care if people joke that he got it. He still wear it. So Shannon should be okay with it. But he's not okay with it. He's not okay with it for a reason. Like, if you worry, because he's always worried about his image and how people feel about him. He is, though. So that's why he did it. And he told on himself. He said, look, just go tell him that it happened. He said, but I'm not apologizing for the act. But just say, I did it. He did do it. It wasn't no accident. So now people could say, he's not gay. That's crazy, Shannon. It's crazy. Grown ass man, he's in his 50s, worried about somebody think about him. So that's why he did it. That's why he did it. He told on himself. You said Shannon didn't date Nicole Murphy. He wanted her. I thought he did date her. They was always together. Or maybe was she friends only? Yeah, he shouldn't be worried about the gay rumors. He shouldn't be. But some people are, though. Because some people are that weak-minded. And when Ocho was addressing him, he was laughing, he was giggling about it. Because he know he did it. And then Chad, because him and Chad probably talked before they went on the air, like, come on, why you do that? I got to put them rumors to bed. I ain't gay, Chad. You know I'm not gay. Okay, well, if you're not, then you ain't got to say. You ain't got to do that. And he made sure you heard his voice in that recording. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, man. Yeah, Shannon off the hook for that, for what he did. Talking about he don't be on Instagram Live. It was just like, I guess, an accident. No, it wasn't. He did it. He manually hit live and put the phone down. That's what happened. That's my Michelle. That's my Michelle. Yo, I like Deshaun Jackson video. Deshaun like, Unc, you all right, man? Like, what Unc doing over there, man? You say he travels with a gay guy that's supposed to be his stylist. See, that's why he felt the need to do that, because people talking about him. And why does he need a stylist? Like, I guess you forget how to dress when you get rich. I don't need no stylist. I wear Levi's 501s, all black. You know what I'm saying? Give me some Constructs or give me some Jordans and give me a t-shirt. I'm good, yo. I don't need no stylist. I don't. But I guess when you get that money, you got to find a way to spend your money. You need a stylist. I don't know. I don't need no stylist. But I guess he traveled with a stylist, huh? But and it's always been rumors about him, but he shouldn't let it bother him. At least he said, I like to keep my private life to myself. That's why I don't tell you about my girlfriends. Well, okay then, keep it to yourself, Shannon. But he is really worried about his image. He really is. I mean, that's why he got on Chad for being late. He said, we got to be professional. We got to be professional, Chad. He do got a pocketbook. That's what we used to call it back in there. He wears a pocketbook. He does. With them tight jeans on as big as he is. He was looking zesty in that picture. But it's just a joke. When we call him zesty, it's a joke. But Shannon's not taking it that way. He's not taking it that way. I would never joke on him like that because he don't take it that way. He feel like people think he's zesty. So he had to come out with that. That's my Michelle. That's my Michelle. That's me. So I'm gonna give you all this here. I'm gonna give it to you. Lord have mercy. And then Michelle Beadle came out and said that wasn't me, and she started joking on him about it. She said that just to let y'all know that wasn't me because he used to work with her. She was like, that wasn't me, man. Yeah, Travis jokes and Bucky and them joke about getting a BBL. Nobody cares. They just joking. But he said, that's my Michelle. He's like, oh. Deshaun Jackson, go watch his video. He was like, Unc, you okay? He said, what Unc doing over there, man? He said, why is Unc doing this, man? He said, somebody call Shannon, man. He said, somebody call Shannon, man. Shannon jumped out the window. Now, he really jumped out the window on this one. He got tired of the gay jokes. That's what happened. He said, okay, Michelle, so I'm just gonna record, okay? Because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. Well, Shannon, I know you're not gay, Shannon. Why we gotta do this? I just gotta do this. I just gotta do it for my image. I just gotta do it. He said, that's my Michelle. And then this one lady came out. They got the wrong Michelle because the internet was looking for Michelle. Like, who is Michelle? They were looking on his friends list to try to find Michelle. And the latest lady came out like, I'm not her. My name is Nichelle. So it's all messed up. You said Shannon needs to suit up for Colorado and chill. You said that Ninja played for both teams. He might. You see what I'm saying? Because if he was so butthurt over people over that joke, he did not appreciate that picture joke. When everybody was joking on him with the picture, he didn't like that. He didn't like it. And he said, Cat Williams, you know what he said? He said, you ain't gay today. He said Cat hit him up. You're not gay today. So he telling on himself. He just wants y'all to know he ain't gay. Damn, Shannon. Damn. Well, just y'all don't joke on Shannon like that, man. Leave him alone. Because he's sensitive, big as he is. He looked like the fucking Incredible Hulk, and he's sensitive. And then he's sitting up there talking about Colorado. They got the same team from last year, Chad. They can't block. They can't play no football. Damn, Shannon. Yeah, he'll knock your ass out. I know if you say it to his face, he would knock you out. He's sensitive. He would. I wouldn't joke to his face, big as he is. He lifts like 1,000 pounds. Look at him. He can wear all the tight jeans he want. I wouldn't joke to his face. Big Shannon. That's Big Shannon, yo. That's Big Shannon. Yeah, you don't joke with that Bama. He's a Bama. He's an old country Bama. You do not joke with him, yo. Nope. You remember when he was walking the airport with his dog? And he's funny about his dogs. And the guy was trying to take a picture of him, and he was looking at the dude. Don't mess with Shannon, yo. He ain't want you taking a picture of him and his dog. Club, Big Shay. Yeah, that's Big Shay Shay. Nah, I would not mess with Shannon, yo. Club Shay Shay. I guess that's his nickname. I guess some of his clothes call him Shay Shay or call him Shay. Well, regardless if he want to be Club Shay Shay or not, I wouldn't say that to him. Who gonna say that to him in his face? And he the Incredible Hulk, man. That's why I'm like, Shannon will knock somebody out, man. He shouldn't even been worried about it. That's why he did it. He said, see, Chad, I do gets down. And then he showed the condoms. See, because it bothered him. It bothered him. It's crazy. Grown as he is, he a grown ass me, 50-something years old. He in his mid-50s, too. He only like he the same age as Prime. They went, they go in the Hall of Fame together, didn't they? They sure did. Damn, Shannon. You said somebody called him Holiday Hearts. Yeah, they need to leave him alone. Leave him alone, yo. I wouldn't dare, come out of pocket on him. You never know where you'll see somebody. I'm not gonna try to not mess with him. That's why Chad is a little bit surprised by it. Like, damn, why would you do something like that? But he had to get it out. He had to. The Holiday Heart thing, he didn't like that. Then they made jokes about him walking with his dog. He got his dog in a special carrying case. So, yeah, don't call him Zesty no more, man, because Unc don't like it. So, he had to go Michelle. That's my Michelle. It's He said, I'm gonna give you all this. He said, I'm gonna put it up in you. Oh my God, Shannon. It's all on football hits he received. I'm gonna tell you something, these football players, man, don't mess with them. Don't mess with them, man. They gonna hit upside the head too much. They not right, man. Leave Shannon alone. He played tight end too. That's a high contact sport. So he crazy. I know he already wanted to beat Mike Epps up over that joke. I know. And I know Mike Epps, like, why is he taking it so serious? I would just say don't joke with Shannon no more because he don't like it. So that's it. That's what I would say. Like, obviously, he feeling he's affected by it. So I wouldn't even mess with him. But sure enough, that's why he did it. He told his publicist, look, just be real. I did it. Just be real. I know they like, why though? And that's why. It's the gay stuff, gay rumors. I mean, even if he was, you gonna say that to his face? You gonna make fun of his sexual preference to as big as he is? No. He already snapped on camera. He already did. When he would get feedback in his ear. he started snapping. So he could turn it on and off. Tell you, man, that's a former football player, man. He played NFL and took them hits upside the head. Shannon turns it on and off. He said, just remember, though, when I laid my head on this pillow, I gave it all I got. Oh, man. I know Chad, like, what the fuck? He was giggling when Chad said it. When Chad was talking, he was giggling. Yeah, leave Shannon alone before he snapped. That's Big Shannon. And he got one of them names that could go either way. Because my ex-girlfriend named Shannon. So, like, that's a unisex name. That could go either way. Big Shannon. Yeah, leave Big Shannon Sharpe alone, man. Club Shay Shay. I like what him and Chad Johnson is doing. I watch them all the time. He was cracking me up with Colorado, though. He said, they can't run the ball, Chad. They can't run the ball. He said, they can't win like that. I know Coach Prime was like shaking his head, yo, like, oh, here comes Shannon again, man. Yeah, well, he'll lose it if you tease him to his face. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, some fan is gonna he in the airport somewhere. Somebody's gonna tease him and he is gonna lose it. Dwight Howard don't care. Yeah, Dwight Howard don't care, man. And you gonna say something to Dwight's face as big as he is? No. So hey, man, let's teach his own, Dwight. Yeah, back when he played, he used to stream his off season. I remember that. He used to go live too. Yeah, he used Ustream. And he used Justin.tv. Because I used to be on Justin.tv, but now it's called Twitch. When the dude Justin was bought out and they turned it into Twitch. But back then it used to be called Justin.tv. He used to have his camera on in his house and he'd just be chilling and talking. Yep. But yeah, I was just saying, don't mess with Shannon out in the public because he will lose it on you. I don't want to see that man catch no case, man, for putting hands on somebody. But he bothered by it. So they put that phone on record and went live. He sure did. That's what he did, man. He said, Chad, you know, this how I get down. You know how I get down. Chad looking at him like he was crazy, yo. Like, okay, you don't gotta prove it to us, Shannon. But he felt like he did. He had to prove it. He like, I ain't gay today. Big Shannon. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll probably be back live later. But y'all have a good rest of your day if I don't talk to you. All right, y'all.